Uh-oh, it just did that thing like I got struck. We okay? Fuckers, man. Just let me open with a song.
For drinks and 3-course meals.
YouTube bots, go away.
After one thing, we all just want the physical touch before we let love in. Can't wait to upload the picture of me pumped up, sweaty and raw. You're the first one to click on it. I know you like it. Do you want more? Hoping you'll send me something back to whet my appetite. If you look right, who knows what could happen? Maybe I'll see you tonight. I see that you're hoping, checking me out, looking for love online, taking a chance and sending me kisses, waiting for my reply, checking my inbox to see how many replies there are today. So many options, I've got to pick wisely to get the catch of the day. And with the click, I'll place my order. The touches are tonight. It's so easy to make the connection when you love online. I see that you're hoping, checking me out, looking for love online, taking a chance and sending me kisses, waiting for my reply. Cause we're just keeping our options open, waiting for the perfect price, putting it all out on the interwebs, hoping for love online.
I hope you're with me tonight for about an hour or so. That's all I plan to stream tonight. But I did wanna. Nobody's been really talking about this, so I wanted to cover a little something, and maybe we'll snipe Phil for a minute. It's WWE Champions tonight, and I want to bore you all to death and make you suffer, and also see how much money Phil gambles away tonight. No, it's going to be a special night. We might have a meltdown. DSP is like he's in a very dark place. Very dark place. He's been begging off the meter harder than I've ever seen him beg before. But before we go into DSP, I have to go into something here. I have to go into something. Something very startling. Very startling. So, I saw this, and I was perplexed. I was confused. What the hell is going on? Why does he, what is going on? What's going on? What is going on, bro? So let's break into it. I think Ash is so mind broken right now. I think he's so mind broken. Look at this hair. Look at this hair. Fuck it. Because nothing he says is of any value in this video. But look at the visage. He clearly cut this hair himself. He clearly went in the bathroom with his own scissors. Look at this. This is the guy who's supposedly loaded, right? They're making lots and lots of money. Lots of money. Lots and lots of money. Lots of money, okay? It looks like he fucking went into the bathroom and had a histrionic meltdown and fucking cut all his hair off and shaved his head. Like, what the fuck is going on? Look at this, look. You can literally see where the buzzer hit his head and took off half of the hair. What the fuck? Like, what is going on, bro? What is going on? Look at this. He looks like the fucking Frankenstein's monster. He has the hairstyle of a zombified man who's made of parts of different human beings and electrified to life. And this is the hairstyle he chooses in his bathroom after having a meltdown. I don't know what happened to you, bro. It wasn't even... Listen to me. Okay. Listen to me. It doesn't even matter what he says in this video because it's all nonsense. He's fucking doing some kind of promo on rackets. But he just comes off as Britney Spears shaving his fucking head in the bathroom. He's still in this bathroom. Every video he's made has been from this exact same bathroom. Okay, he's stuck in this bathroom. He's shaving his fucking head off, having a goddamn meltdown. About what? They're going around... Well, I should probably bring this up as well. When I'm done with this rant, we'll go into this. But this guy has commented... So, okay, a guy gets caught, right? A guy gets caught in a to catch a predator type situation. And his first instinct... You know, to try to get out of this pedo sting situation is, do you know Rich is a pedo? I have evidence from the Kino Casino, my favorite show. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that, Ash. That's not cosmic justice or anything. That's not, you know, you getting a boot shoved up your ass all the way to the fucking knee. That a pedophile caught in a sting just so happens to bring up your show. And tried to deflect that the bullshit that you spread about Rich, a man with children, by the way. Rich was a pedophile and was keeping pedophilic pictures of his stepdaughter or his girlfriend's daughter, or whatever she is, in his phone when they're just pictures at the beach. Because you're so angry at Dead Man from like 5 years ago. Get a grip. Okay? It wasn't even that big a deal. They could have just went out there. They could have went out and said, you know, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Like, okay, this guy, we don't know who he is. We don't know what's happening. We have, you know, they could have said, we have thousands of viewers, whatever. We don't even know this guy. But no, they have a fucking schizophrenic meltdown blaming Ralph. Then they're like, this guy had commented on videos. They're like frantically deleting the comments on the videos that this guy made, trying to bury any evidence, making themselves look way more guilty. And then he comes out with this video where I don't even know what's going on in this video. He looks like he's literally had a Britney moment where he shaved his head in the bathroom and picked up a camera and started ranting into it about rackets.
What's Exhibit 10? It's Rick's drunk stream where he jerks off.
Like everybody's this has been covered to death. This has been so covered to death, like nobody cares.
Pussy liquor and shit.
Nobody cares, Ash.
Judge had to sit there
It's so put on. And he's just a sweaty, greasy mess. He shaved his own goddamn head. Why did he do... Why would you get on camera with your hair like this? It's clear that, like, he took scissors and a fucking razor to his head. It's not even. Like, look. You could see one side of the head is shaved. You can literally see it. Hold on. I need Brittany back. Come back to me, Brittany. Look. One side of the head is literally shaved here. Look at this. The other side is not shaved. It looks like he just took random scissors and started cutting his hair. I don't understand what's happening. Why is he having such a meltdown? And now we could just run with it, and we, of course, are, because you deserve it. You deserve to be, you know, smacked down and abused. And have a purple nurple and whatever the hell else we decide to do with you. Because this is ridiculous. You've been doing this for years and you can't handle it now? You're going to have a mental fucking breakdown? God only knows. If Ashton is so upset like this, that he's shaving his head, taking razors to his head, locking himself in the bathroom and making videos, God only knows the condition that Andy is in. He's in a fucking fetal position under his parents' bed. Yeah, yes, the same hair. It's tough, man. Yeah, he's got stress acne. The fuck, man. Lose some weight. Use this as an excuse to lose some weight. Here, I'll pull up the evidence set now. We'll do a little live investigative piece here. What is this? Oh. Well, I'm being sent stuff too, but hold on, we're gonna do this first. Alright, enough Brittany. We're gonna do I don't know why I love this theme song so much, but it brings back a lot of memory. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. You'll get used to it. So here we have Ralph tweet. And look at the comments here. C-Dub, 1 month ago. DSP is actually... This is the guy that was caught in the sting. Okay. This is the guy. The C-Dub 0421. And it says, DSP is actually a cool guy. I really enjoyed seeing him and the collaboration with the Kino Casino, right? Now we're going to go to this video. I think this is... Yeah, it's on the Clips channel. It's 3 hours and 60 minutes. I'm going to pull this up. We're going to see if we could find this comment. And I will show you that it's probably not there. I thought I had this open, but I must have accidentally closed it. So now I got to look up manually here. A second. It's 3 hours. I don't know what kind of clip channel has 3 hour clips. The fuck is going on? How many hours ago was this? 3 hours and 16 minutes. I don't even see one that's 3 hours. Do you think they deleted the whole damn video? Because I don't even see a clip on this channel. It's 3 hours and 16 minutes. You know, you could include next time, for a little help's sake, please include the title of the video. Thank you. Because I don't even see a video that's this long. Ah, here it is. All right, I got it. Now we're gonna search through the. Here we go. Gonna search through here. Let's see if he's still there. Let's see, how many likes did that have on it? That's 8 likes. Let's see where this is from a month ago. So most of these comments are from a month ago. DSP looks so happy. I bet you we won't find it. And I don't understand why they're doing this. Does it make sense to anybody why they would do something like this? It's not here, is it? I'm just showing for, you know, for the sake of, look at all these comments. It's not here. There's no such comment. I could scroll and scroll and scroll. Yes. I know you'll never find it. Oh, Phil just went live. Yes. We'll see in Phil. We'll go to Phil land for a little bit and see if he gambles away all his money tonight. Phil has been in begging overdrive, so I want to actually catch the beginning of that stream. And if nothing happens in the first 30 minutes, we'll just call it. I only plan to do like an hour and a half at the most tonight. We're going to try to do more regular streaming, but much shorter. Instead of one stream that's 5 hours, maybe a few streams that are an hour. But as you can see, this is nowhere in sight. There's not one. It's been completely swept. Now, why they would go out of their way? Well, I don't think it'll work, only because search function isn't going to work, only because a lot of the comments aren't loaded. You have to like kind of scroll down to load them in. But it should catch on the yeah, nothing. As you can see, it's not catching anything. Nothing that we've scrolled through. We've gone through all the comments at this point. No C-dub. And see, we'll even put in the full name here. It will not come up. I just wanted everybody to be sure that this is not made up. They're actually sweeping this guy's comments specifically from all their videos. Like, what are they doing? Do they want to look guilty, people? Do they want to look guilty? Or what? I don't even fucking understand what you're doing. You fucking lost it. But as you can see, there's no... They've literally swept all this guy's comments. Coming off really guilty, man. Like, really, really guilty. This was not that big a deal in reality of the situation, but now we're going to make it as big a deal as possible and torture you with it. Because guess who likes to throw around this pedo word? You. And you've called all of us it. So I feel no sympathy at all. And all these people paid you to call me these things. So my sympathy, even for them, is very is minimal. It's minimal. Now, I did request that a certain streamer earlier today, Godwinson, not just blatantly call people pedophiles on my channel and fully dox them, but, you know, he's going to do what he wants to do. So, you know, you didn't think he was going to show any mercy. There's nothing on this. There's nothing on my Twitter feed of anything that's new. So, okay. Fucking foul. Always late. Always a bastard. So, I don't know. We'll go back to this. You tell me if this is valid coping.
That's not even the best part of it all.
Tell me if there's anything to this.
Because at this point, right, Ricade is fucked. He's done. He's dead to rights. Oh, by the way, I got okay. This, there's some real sweet, savory, wonderful parts to this victory. Where's Barnes at? Where you at, Barnes, bitch? Where you at, Barnes?
Doesn't it just come off so desperate? And look, all the videos take place in this bathroom. it's like they're all in this bathroom. I don't understand it. Why are all the videos in this bathroom?
Hard, bro.
Why are all the videos in this bathroom, bro? What is going on with you? Have you been locked in this bathroom for... And see, look at his hair.
But he's...
Look at his hair 2 weeks ago.
A single fucking...
Look at his hair. He at least had like this Jew fro.
I gotta find the trash.
What did he do to his hair? Don't even... People are going to try to say that he didn't do this. He definitely, literally had a Britney Spears fucking meltdown. I'm telling you. And fucking cut his hair himself and took a fucking shaver to his head. Look, it's not even even. It's completely cut off on one side. And on the other side, it's not. Let's see if we can get another angle. Yeah, see? On this side, it's not cut back. On the other side, he like pushed the buzzer into the side of his head.
Oh, it's an omnibus!
He's shaving his head. He got so broken by this man here, by DSP, the king himself. He got so broken by this guy. I told you, Ashton. I told you. This is cosmic forces that you are not prepared for. There are very few that are. There's nobody that's going to survive the mind rape of Phil. I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you. Why didn't you listen? Look, DSP is down with the fags, by the way. Big fan of the fags. Says a word from the king. Love is love. Proud ally. From the bottom of my heart. Maybe this is why Ashton likes him so much. Oh, this works. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for being a part of this community. Know that this is a safe space for all. And you are welcome and loved for the perfect and unique people each of you are. My streams have and will always be a place for fun, adventure, and friendship. You are what makes this community great. Love you too, Phil. He supports the fags. Thank you, Phil. There's not a lot of people who are willing to do that publicly these days. Look at Phil as the Punisher. That's a rare one. Let's check in on the chat and see what's up here. Perspic, do you think Ashton is gay? I have no idea, to be honest. There are some very gay things that he's been doing lately that are very questionable. And it's gotten more and more intense as the years have gone on. But he was always a big diva. So, I don't know if that's just part of his personality or if it's homosexual in nature. But he is a huge fucking diva. If I've ever seen one. And like a diva, he's literally Britney Spears style going into the bathroom and shaving his head. Josh is also doing that, by the way. I know Josh has definitely had a Britney Spears moment where he goes into the bathroom and shaves his head and cries into the mirror. Josh sucks, yes. Juice has no idea what base means. He thinks he being a tranny troon is based. Yes. Perspip and PPP were sexting. That's why he won't release the DMs. While the DMs have been shown, Godwinson, remember, won that bet. There's just nothing in them, or there'd be 20 fucking shows. I told you. Unfortunately, I'm too honest. Used to follow Hasids around their house and flip light switches for them. Oh, we're not going to talk about that. Shabos Picasso. I probably shouldn't have told that story. But work is work, bro. Work is work. Josh tears out his hair and eats it. That's very common for disturbed people, especially ones with fetal alcohol syndrome. He needs a hat with a propeller. Obviously, Perspicacity is an Iranian hairdresser. Yes, of course. Brucey Worski will be on suicide watch in his dad's office. Oh, here's Phil. Finally, Phil.
Put this guy up in my usual Chrome browser, and it would not load. It would just freeze. So I actually loaded it up in Firefox.
Let's see what Phil has to say.
Running fine. As long as there's no issues there, we should have a nice chill night. 2 hours of WWE Champions fun. As usual, there's a TMNT event. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is still going on. So,
oh my God.
If
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Wrestlers
tours are available.
It's the big event
and what other
tonight.
things are going on? There may be other events to do, simultaneously with it. Get some free pulls because we have the free pulls for me being part of that subscription service. But then, basically what we need to do is look at, what else we want to do. Do we want to try to league up? Because if we hit League 7, if we hit League 8 or 9 or 10, that's how you get better stats in the ongoing monthly event, which we're frozen at right now. Like, we literally can't make any more progress in the monthly event because I'm only at League 7. So
here we go.
That tonight. And yes, if we do get the support to hit the goal tonight at the King's Coffers, then I will do a
We're going to hit the merry-go-round with Phil here.
We have actual different Ninja Turtle loot you can pull from now.
You better learn how to enjoy Phil. Because Phil has taken over the sector. He has obliterated. He literally was invited into the sector and was allowed to obliterate it. We need a better. We're going to do it.
That's why I kind of readjusted the goals multiple times this week. Number one, we made it so that both super chats and tips are included in that goal.
Phil is going to
readjusted the goal level.
Phil has marched into the sector, like, you know. He's marched in, and he's taken over. And he's obliterated everything. There is nobody left.
I don't know. We'll see.
There's nothing left.
Okay.
There's only Phil. And now he will grift it to ruin
pizza time, Jay.
and move on to the next.
Dinner? It was good. It was lasagna.
Destroyer of worlds, Phil.
Because we had to do something that was fast and not a lot of work.
Let's do it, Phil.
Today. Bruzy, how are you? Good evening. Welcome to the stream, Bruzy. Kate, good evening. How is everyone this evening? I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone is ready for.
Josh is covering the Kino. Is covering for Kino Casino. Of course he is.
Always a chill time where we talk about wrestling and other topics while we play through, right?
I hate you guys with the cigarette thing. You guys can't be supportive at all for your boy who's trying to quit some cigarettes that I was probably smoking equivalent to 2 packs a day off the vaping with actual cigarettes.
If you are here to chill and have a good time, remember to support the stream in some way, whether that be liking the
stream. Remember to support his fucking stream.
50 likes while we're starting here. We
remember,
200 viewers and climbing. Let's get
he needs that support.
25. Or perhaps you'd like to do a super chat or super sticker, or maybe a member.
Super chat or super sticker. I was inspired by Phil to, like, I got approved basically to enter into the partner program. And if you remember, we had that one stream, where I was so inspired by Phil when he buck broke Stuttering Craig into apologizing him for lying to his face. And he got Craig to apologize to him for making him lie. I was inspired that, you know what? If this somehow in some fucking alternate, in some reality that we live in, this channel was approved to be a YouTube partner, I was just going to push it through and enable the stuff, you know. I had to do it. There's stuff that we could do with that. I don't know what it is, but everybody's always like, well, you don't grift, you don't matter, you don't make any money. And then Brian will lie and say I'm grifting anyway, even if I'm not. So it's just like, what the fuck is the point? Why not just enable it?
Memberships. And of course, tips.
I'm
as
sure
well.
we'll make a whole
Everything is
dollar.
appreciated. Tips and super chat
I'm
for
sure we'll
stickers
make a
complimented
whole
as well
dollar.
for tonight. Okay.
I am not high. Not at
Yes, there
all.
will
I
actually
wish
be-
I was.
This shirt will be available for sale very soon. This merchandise company is setting up my digital store. It should be ready.
I wish I was
roughly by
high.
this weekend. Not
Trust me, I'm
100%
fiending.
guaranteed,
I'm
but they're
fiending
working
for
on
a
it right
cigarette
now,
and a
you know,
joint.
assuming it will be ready for this weekend. There will be many different versions of this shirt.
But if I
There's gonna be,
smoke a
think,
joint,
like yellow
then I'm
with
gonna want
red
to smoke a
letters,
cigarette bad.
with yellow
So,
letters. I think there's like a white with
no
red
way.
letters. Like there's 4
No way I could do it.
different variations of this shirt that you can get if you're interested.
Perspic grifting off Ket
There'll also
Winston's
be
good
multiple
name.
different DSP
Well, that's not
gaming
true at all.
logos, some including that Dan Hibiki artwork of
We
the
all had a
bomb.
meeting and we decided that we would
And,
combine
you'll see there's a lot of good
forces.
stuff that's being worked on right now when the store comes out.
I assure
Awesome.
you that
Yes, membership
all
gifting
money
is still
donated
broken on the desktop
will
for
not go
whatever
to Brian.
reason. No
not
one
a
can do
penny
it
will go to
anywhere.
Brian.
It's not just on my
Not a
channel, it's all
fucking-
across YouTube. No one seems
not
to
a
be able to
red
do it, or
cent
It's like sporadic.
is
like
gonna
some
go
people
to
say they can
Brian.
do it. 100% membership gifting works. On
I'll
both,
go out kicking
but it
and
doesn't
screaming
seem to
before
be
Brian
working
gets a
on the
dime.
desktop at all, and no one can figure out why.
Well,
Glad that the tips
I
rolled
will
out for
eventually
people.
smoke
Not
some
the
weed,
tips,
but
though.
it's
the
got to
tips
be a
profit
while
goes
until I
support
get
goes
rid
for
of
the
these
night.
terrible
I put it down
cravings.
because we weren't hitting
can't.
200. Quite frankly, we were. For
I
a
can
while.
barely
We
drink
were getting
coffee. It does
150
something to
bucks
my
tips
brain.
tonight plus super chats, and then it died down. And I said, well,
Because
we
every
put an
every
amalgamated
time you
goal.
drink
We
coffee,
got
you
the
smoke a
subscriptions,
cigarette.
And we stopped hitting that.
So
we
every
just
activity
need to
that
find
I
this
enjoy, I
trying to
incorporated
find the
cigarettes
spot that
into, and
works
now
where
they're all
we're gonna hit
ruined.
it. It's going to be a streak that
Everything
we
is
continue,
ruined.
but it's also not like so minuscule that there's no point in counting it. You know, I'm trying to find this good balance.
You owe him thousands at this point
Yes,
with
it's no
interest,
longer just tips,
Perspic?
it's everything together. And we should emphasize that.
Who do I owe thousands?
I know for a while it was just tips and not people were confused about that.
Even if Brian was getting 100%
No,
interest
like I said, if we
annually,
hit
I
the
still
goal for
wouldn't owe
tonight,
Brian that. I
will
would
do
barely
it.
owe
We
Brian
have to hit the
still
goal
any
goal.
money.
You have to remember
I
something.
owe Brian
Buy
$0.
sales tax on it.
Sorry,
For example,
Brian.
a mega pull $100, so that means I'm spending over $110 when I do a mega pull. So I have to at least hit the 150 goal. So I'm making something on tonight's stream before I do something else. Okay.
For a couple of shekels.
Yes, Dark
The
Maggie.
Ju- the Hasidic Jews pay well, but they don't treat you well. I'll say that much.
Channel that tomorrow I'll be playing it all day long, both streams, because it's about 5-hour demo, so it's perfect to play through on both.
Oh, they want to torture me with the
Crazy
fucking
Rocket Ship,
cigarettes.
thank you for the first contribution of a night.
Now, the only thing that I wanted actually,
Philomania time, thank you.
the only thing I
You are the
actually
first.
wanted when I enabled the monetization was I wanted membership so I could do all the custom emotes that I already have on Rumble, and I was going to do a bunch of custom stuff that you could do in the chat. But for whatever reason, I've not been approved yet for the memberships, and I don't understand why. If somebody can explain that to me, or maybe I have to be a partner for a certain amount of time before I can do memberships. I have no idea why, but that's all I really fucking wanted was to do the custom emotes, because that's like my favorite thing. I worked so hard on the Rumble ones.
And by the way, it's going to be international, meaning you can buy it, worldwide. It'll ship. So the pricing's different.
My
in
favorite
different
cigarettes
territories,
were,
depending on the
American
value of
Spirit.
dollar there, I
The
don't know
dark
how it's
blue
gonna
American
work,
Spirits.
but they're working on that shop right now.
Oh, that was my favorite.
All right, so tonight, wow, we're getting more viewers on the stream. We're up to 33 likes, guys. Let's get that to 50 likes, and then we'll start here. Let's get
Of
to
course,
50 likes on the
Newports are
stream.
always.
We started with WWE
Anybody,
Champions.
everybody
Let's
likes
get some
Newports.
contributions. So far, we have one super chat. We are looking to hit the goal tonight. So if
It's
we
just
hit the
a
goal,
real
that
light
way I can do a
cigarette.
mega pull
I
for
like
these
Marlboro
certain
Reds a
characters.
lot,
All right, so
but
please,
the
let's get
problem
some
with Marlboro
contributions
Reds
in.
is
Thank you for chilling with me here
they
tonight.
fucking
What's up,
stink.
King Michael?
Everything stinks like Marlboro Reds. Everything. Within days. So you really can't smoke them for long. You just stink like cigarettes, like an ashtray. $10,000 a month for writer's room.
Yes, super chats count
Access?
towards the goal. Why would you say they don't? Why? Would
I
you
don't know.
even say that
Nobody's
in the
ever been allowed. Nobody's ever been allowed into
Seriously,
the writer's
why
room,
would you even say
Squire.
that in the chat? Who said that? Right?
I know. Phil
What are
sucks
you
so
talking
bad.
about? Oh, are you saying 'cause I didn't update the total? Oh, I'll
I
do it
could
right
just
now.
talk over
Yeah.
Phil the whole time.
There we go.
just
I
waiting
totally
for
forgot
something
put-
to
oh, it's
happen.
10. Excuse me.
He made a whole $10 dues.
Wait a minute. No, it's not. It's 5, isn't it? It's 5. No wonder. I'm all screwed up tonight. It's 5. and
You
this
don't
is
like
5,
American
not 10. I don't
American
know why I
Spirits,
put 10.
bro, are great. I don't know what you're
There we
talking
go. Now
about.
it's
The
all
Dark
great.
Blue American Spirits, have you ever
Dark Souls
smoked those?
Master with a $2 super chat says Philomania time to pull some Hogans and rip the shirt. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Ripping the shirt out.
I
of
like
1,000.
Marb Reds and
That
they're
was the
way
agreement here
cheaper.
4 weeks ago. Remember, the agreement was if I hit $1,000, I'll just rip my shirt off.
But
But
you
we
stink
haven't
like an
come close.
ashtray.
Last week we actually had 700, right? On Saturday
Oh,
night, we had
I
700 bucks
do
on
love
it.
Mar. I love
Insane.
smoking the
No, I wasn't
Marb Reds, but I
expecting
hate
that. All right,
like
ready
you
to
have the
begin?
taste in your mouth after, and you stink like them. It's too much for me.
Okay. Are?
I mean,
All right, let's get
Newports
started.
are nice every once in a while, but
Alrighty,
you don't want to
everyone,
smoke
welcome back to
Newports all
WWE
the time.
Champions.
It's not that kind of
On
cigarette.
tonight's stream, we have returned to the game for
I don't
another
know
week
how-
of the
I don't know how
TMNT
people
event.
smoke
It is
Newports all the
two
time.
Ninja Turtle stuff. And basically tonight we have a lot to do. We have 3 pulls to do. We have dailies to do. We have to try to league up if we can. There's Ninja Turtles tours to do. There's quite a lot of stuff to get to. So let's get to it. First off, I'm just curious what this is. Because I have some
What is
rewards.
it, Phil?
What rewards do I have? None. It's a glitch. Okay. Let's grab our daily bag here. Get everything
We're
in.
getting our bag. We're getting our
faction level is
pulls.
Level 16.
What are
which
we
is
gonna
good.
pull tonight? What are we
means
pulling
that we're gonna-
tonight,
we're getting more
Squire?
Points and everything. I think people have been trying.
You
to
think
different
we're gonna
events
get a
and things.
Hogan tonight?
Here it is. So you can do this. I can buy stuff with faction coin.
You could literally the Marb Reds, man. You could fucking
for now,
smell it
again,
in
I
your
really
clothes
don't
like
need to be buying much.
immediately.
Really don't need any of these.
I still have a sweatshirt that I used to smoke in all the time.
Stupid.
Because, you know, I would like go outside it even in the winter and I'd have a
I'll
thick
probably
sweatshirt
just
on.
go, every day
And
I'll
that
probably
thing,
just
I've
buy some
washed it like
tokens.
5 times. It
Eventually
still
I'll need
stinks like
these.
Marb Reds.
Okay.
It
So
just
here we go.
really gets deep in
Got
there.
that. So daily last mission bag, we have to do the mission stuff today. First things first, do we have anything we can collect? Because there's different, look, there's all these different events going
Wow,
on.
this is
If we go
intense.
here,
It's a little
we can-
intense.
there's a
what's going
faction
on.
event going on, so we can get some points there.
Let's try this version.
It looks like there's Cowabunga contest. Ninja Turtle stuff down here.
Oh my god.
Nothing that we can collect. There's a showdown competition
Got
going
gay
on. but I
club
don't even know if
music
we can
going.
Do this. We might or might not be able to do this showdown competition. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that out later. What's this? It's our. Oh, I was gonna say it's our auto clear tickets, but they're not there, which probably means they're going to renew, but they haven't renewed yet.
I
So
need a
I
good
can't get my
song.
tickets because it didn't renew yet. That's great. Because normally you click there and you get it. Oh wait, it was a
I
visual
can, definitely
glitch. They were
can.
there
I
all
wanted
along.
to
Look at
play
that.
wrestling music for this, but I know I'll get fucking
we got
flagged
loot to
down
look at.
immediately.
We're gonna have some free pulls in various loots. Yeah, we are.
We'll play this
What's
in
going on?
tribute
What's
for
up, Block
Ashton.
Warrior? Good evening to you.
We'll
On
play
Oz,
some
would you consider
Donnie
lowering the
in
shirt
tribute
rip
of
goal
Ashton
too?
and Surfer.
Why? I mean, it's pretty silly goal. We're never gonna hit it anyway. You know that, right? We're never gonna reach $1,000 on a WWE.
I need music to
really
do
don't see
Phil
that happen.
because he's so fucking
All right, so
boring.
guess what? This is a great loot, and here's why. I'm gonna show you guys why. This
I've never
loot
had Salem's.
is like, I'm not even kidding, it's like extra expensive, but in this loot, you are guaranteed no matter when you pull to get a 6-star character. Now, it's characters from all over the game and all different rarities. And some
Yeah,
of these are really good, some
Reanimator.
of them
I
are
use
not
that
very
one a
good.
lot.
But these are, I mean, look, the Ninja Turtles characters
Persip
are actually
smokes
in every single
Misties.
tier of this loot.
Those are
Not-
those really
some of these
long,
characters
thin
are
ones, aren't
definitely
they?
Not bad at all.
With the Salem's.
So, we have a free pull in this loot because I have the subscription that gives you a free pull. And then later tonight, if we do hit the King's Coffers goal tonight, we may want to do a mega pull from this loot. We're guaranteed 4 featured characters in a pull of 20. We're gonna get 26.
You know, it's a really nasty cigarette. It's like American Gold.
So,
Oh
but let's
man,
get our
you want to
free
lose
pull.
a lung.
I don't think we're gonna get anything good with the free
Smoke
pull, but at
those
least it'll be
fuckers.
something. All right, here we go. 6-star. Here we go. All right, who's it gonna be for 6-star? Is it a new character? It is. Who is it? It is Judgment Day Finn Balor. This character is still used quite a lot in the game.
Oh my
for various
God.
different events. Now,
I don't
think
even
there's
know
no
who
more
that
Judgment
is.
Day, right? right?
That must
they
be a
broke
new
up while
wrestler.
ago. Is that true?
Yeah, USA Golds. Those are
But Finn
gross,
Balor
man.
It's not that bad at all. It's a pretty good character. So
Yes, enormous.
that's a good pull act. I would argue that's a pretty good pull. Plus, we got him at 6-star in that loop, so that's
When I
excellent.
first started smoking,
Not
I
bad.
went
So
through
I
like
think,
a
if
bunch
we
of different
actually do
cigarettes.
a pull from this
But
loop,
I like
we
the
will
American
probably get a
Spirits
lot
the
of
best,
good
even though
characters,
they,
like featured, right? Even the low end featured
they're so
characters,
fucking
he's really
expensive.
good.
I could
She's
go
good.
on like
He's pretty good. We already have him.
6.
He's good. We already have Final Boss. We already have.
I don't like the
Now, of
light
course, we
blue.
got
I
him.
like the
Hey, I would take a big fuse.
I like
for
the dark
18K.
blue.
We don't, I think we have her at a lower tier.
or the
She's really
whatever
good.
it's called. Like, yeah, it's like a dark blue.
She's okay. We already have him.
The menthol
Like,
American
he's
Spirits
good,
though are
he's good. All
way
these are
that
good.
is harsh,
Look,
man.
it
That'll
would
make
actually
you
be-
fucking
I bet
cough
no
your
matter
lungs
what,
out.
we'd get a good pull.
Lucky
We get a mega
strikes.
pull in this loop. This is today only. This loot actually. Plus it is
I've
Shirley.
smoked camels,
right?
sure. I wasn't a big
You're saying
fan of
Judgment Day is still
camels.
around? They are? I thought that they broke up. They kicked out Rhea and Damien. So Rhea, Ripley, and Damien.
Eagle
Priest are
20,
longer
yeah,
than they
Eagle
are.
20s. Yeah. Those are when you're real
Okay, so
hard
that's
up.
that loop. Now we also have a free
USA
pull
Gold and
on this
Eagle 20s.
loser.
Those are the
This
real
is
hard
the
up
new Rey
cigarettes.
Mysterio card, who's Raphael from Ninja Turtle. Okay? So let's do a pull on this. It's a free pull. However,
When I was a
this
kid,
loop,
Winston's.
everyone
You
is
bring up
basically saying it's
Winston's,
terrible.
right?
No one has asked for
So when
Rey.
I was a kid, Winston
Insanely
had the
difficult to get.
huge
We'll
fucking
probably get
Marlboro
something, I
and
don't know
Winston
what.
had
Look.
huge catalogs
Here we go.
where you'd get
See what we
points
get.
for every pack of cigarettes. You could get beer cozies,
Alright,
you could
5-star
get
pull.
coolers, you could get bags,
It's someone
coats,
new.
hats.
It
They had like a
is
whole
Eat My
catalog.
Tank,
And I always think of
Shotzi.
the Newports.
It used to be Shotzi Blackheart, right? And they took that
I
for
mean
some
Winston Newports. I always
That's
think of
true, right? They,
Winston
like, got
when
rid
I
of
think
her
of the
name.
catalogs, the
She was a
cigarette
freebie
catalogs.
character, I think last year, and she's okay. She's not great. Well, we got a new character at least, and it was, a free pull that we got for being in that subscription, so that's cool. I don't think we have anything else. I don't think we'll have anything else in these loops here.
Bill's doing goodies, pulling some.
Oh wait, no, we have
Sort
a
of
free pull
Hogan's.
here too. This is the weekly loop. That's just kind of all the time.
Listen,
The new
I'm
Judgment
talking
Day is
to
Finn
all
Dom,
of the smokers in the
JD,
chat. What do you want from
and
me?
Liv.
We're
Who's
bonding.
JD? Liv Morgan is in it? Who the hell's JD? You know who that is? Okay. Here's our freebie pull here. Get anything? No.
Some weird
He's gonna get
nicotine withdrawal delirium.
What a crappy thing.
Well, yeah.
They have Carlito, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and Liv Morgan. So Finn Balor. No, excuse me.
Do a Sig
Carlito.
review video.
Carlito's in it. That's
Maybe
weird.
me and Adam
Okay.
will do one. We're both trying to give up the
JD is
6.
Finn's friend who joined late last year. Oh, I don't know who that is either. You can tell I don't
That's
watch. I have no
nine
idea what you're talking
spicacity. I'm refusing to do any of the like
about. Okay, is that it?
any
I
of the
think that's it. I
chews,
don't think
any
we have
of the
others.
little
Oh.
liquids or whatever the fuck. Refusing. I'm just
We
gonna
get more
cold
keys
turkey
tonight.
it.
We can do a key pull, or we can just do it. Let's just do these now, just so I don't forget, because we can get some free stuff in these. I'm not gonna wait for these. I'm just gonna pull and see if we got anything new. It might just be a bunch of shards. We got a fuse on the Rock. We got the original Jey Uso. We got a fuse on George the Animal Steel, and we actually got what's her name? God, I forgot her name.
I wonder where Surfer is. Every time I
Okay.
listen to Donnie, all I could think
Nia
of is
Jax, I
Surfer.
totally forgot
Is
her name.
Surfer.
Everything else we got some shards. Okay. Oh, JD McDonough. I don't even know who that is. Okay.
Barbara
What's
still
up, Turtle
does the
Sniffer?
rewards program. I
All
thought
right,
it
let's
was
go, gang.
illegal for them to do the
We got all these
catalogs.
things to pull.
I thought they couldn't do the catalogs anymore.
We got Soul Man. This is interesting. That's Rocky Johnson. That's The Rock's dad. We actually got
Okay.
a phenomenal, untouchable AJ Styles. We got a fuse. We got quite a few fuses, actually. And we actually got Underdog from
Yeah,
the
I know, Rob
Underground,
keeps
Sami
trying to
Zayn,
quit,
like
too.
Old school Sami Zayn from when he first joined WWE.
It's hard, man.
Okay. Pull again.
Now, I've only been smoking for
These are all
like 2
things that we've already
years.
accumulated by playing.
And I never had any problem putting down the cigarettes before. But I got in it
All
real
shards
deep,
this
and I
time.
was
We got a
smoking
couple
almost
fuses. Oh, wait.
equivalent to
We
like
got
2
a
packs
fuse
a
for
day
Rey
of
Mysterio,
nicotine.
A fuse
And
for Juggernaut Roman Reigns, and we actually pulled.
it
the
was
Big
like
Bad
2 weeks
Wolf.
ago.
I
I
forgot
just
this
said,
guy's
okay, I
name.
gotta stop this.
Happy
It's enough.
Corbin. I wonder if he's even around anymore. Happy Corbin. I have no idea.
Surfer is smoking a cigar
All
and
right, we
reading
still
the
have
Bible
4
right
more
now. You're
polls to do.
probably
Let's
right.
just do them fast. Stamina monster shards. Turtle Sniffer, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I just got a tip
Brian's
that I
at
will
the
shout
gas
out.
station
First
right
tip
now.
of the night.
I don't
Unsufferable One, AJ Styles.
Why do you say I was doing gay stuff at the gas station? That guy was trying to steal my
Which is that for
gas.
Luke, I think? Or is that Bush?
Trying to ruin my life. He says, shit. I'm
Oh,
gonna
bunch
fucking
of
kill
shots.
you.
Okay. But we actually got a few good pulls. We actually got good trainer pulls. And those trainer pulls are good because that will allow us to get our trainers up to higher level, and they're going to help all the different characters. So that wasn't bad at all. All right, my first tip of the night is $2.25.
Yeah, you can still get ashtrays and stuff.
You need to watch the
Yeah.
Angle documentary. You know, you guys are telling me all about these documentaries, and like,
They still
I
got
don't
the
wanna watch any
secret
of them.
programs
You gotta
for
watch
the real
Vince McMahon
dedicated
documentary. You gotta watch
smokers.
the Kurt Angle documentary. Like, I'm not really interested. I'm just being honest. Like, this game is my exposure to pro wrestling. You understand? Like, I have no desire
You're such a liar,
to, like,
Phil.
re-immerse myself in pro wrestling.
This game is my
At all.
exposure to pro
This is it.
wrestling.
Like,
How
I did pro
embarrassing is
wrestling
that to
so
say,
long,
number
so
one?
many years. I kind of got burnt out on it growing up, and
Phil,
now
how
I'm just kinda, like, I
embarrassing
moved
is
on
that to
from it.
say?
I don't really care to follow it. I don't really want to watch a documentary about it. But, you know, the game is
This
is
game
kind of
is my
relaxing to
exposure
play.
to.
I actually really like
Me spending
you guys
hundreds
hang
of
out,
dollars
right?
is my exposure to the pro wrestling.
How am I not interested in the Vince McMahon doc? Because we know he's an asshole. We know he's a piece of junk.
Yeah, I
We knew
wanna
that all
watch that.
along, right? I'm pretty
The
sure
Vince
we all kind
McMahon
of
doc.
figured that out. From anyone who followed wrestling for the longest time and you hear things from behind
Yeah,
the scenes.
he's a huge douche,
They're
Vince
okay.
McMahon. He was a
firsthand
nasty piece of shit.
testimonials about this guy
But
and
he
how
also
is.
knew how to
He's
be a
in
heel
documentaries
and how to be an
for a while.
entertainer
I
and
always
stuff.
knew he was a piece of garbage, right?
So,
Why don't I get Netflix again? Because I don't have time to watch Netflix, One Sick Puppy. That would be why. I just don't have time to sit around watching Netflix. I'm very busy. Okay, so we did all that, right?
yeah, I haven't seen
now what do
this
we wanna do? Let me
DSP
think
doing the wrestling podcast. Do you
Man,
know where that
we have
is,
so much to do.
Mr.
Let's
Squire?
look at freebie stuff. We basically should do our dailies, our daily league shit.
Mr. Squire,
So these are here's
do you
the
know if
mega
that was
poll
any good, or you
for
don't?
the
You know as
6-star
much as I
superstars.
do.
You get 20 pulls, and each single character is 6 stars. So that's a great one. Like, if we pull tonight, I think that's the one I want to do. Because we're gonna get a lot of new characters, and we might even get one of the Ninja Turtles. Here's our freebie Ninja Turtles daily bag. There we go.
Holy
And
crap!
this will be the last time we're playing the game during the Ninja Turtles event.
It's
It'll be very
105 people
tonight.
watching
We'll
this
probably
crap.
want to do a Ninja Turtles pull, or not pull, Ninja Turtles.
I love
weekend
shitting
pull
on
with our
people. It's
tokens.
my
Let's see,
favorite
we have
activity,
1,
but I always feel bad
4,000.
about it.
If we got 174,000,
I don't think it's
we
been
could
released
hello.
either, right?
But I don't
I've
think we're
not
gonna get
seen any news of it.
74,000 medals tonight, just being honest.
You know
We're
the
probably gonna
detractors
redeem it
would have
for
covered it
lower
50
level
times
rewards
already.
down here. That is not what I wanted to click. This is frustrating that this bar keeps popping up because I don't want it.
I don't have money
Pop it
to
anyway.
be buying a pack
There's
of
another
cigarettes,
prize wall
actually.
for Rey Mysterio only. You need to get these pieces of pizza, and the only way you
Mod
can get them is by
smoke
spending
spec.
tons of money. It's ridiculous how much money you have to spend to get this. So this prize wall, like, no one's using
Who's
it.
named
It's
Smoke
just
Spec?
too expensive to get anything from it. It really is a big ripoff.
Oh my god, there's a Smoke Spec.
Okay.
Hi, Smoke Spec.
No,
It's good to meet you,
someone
buddy.
Just asked something. Copeem said,
You're gonna be
"If
like
you
my
just keep wailing out,
mascot."
can you theoretically get as many medals as you want?
You stay
Not
around,
really.
Smoke
The
Spec.
game does have limitations on what you can buy.
I love that.
A lot of it's based on, like, if you spend a certain amount in a day, you get a tier
I don't
reward,
have
and
mods
those
here,
rewards
but
have a limit.
you're
Reset the
you're
next
special in
day.
my heart.
So they kind of catch it, like, oh, you gotta
Smoke
spend this
Spec.
amount today, this amount tomorrow, and this amount the next day. Then over the course of the week,
You'll
accumulate
be
enough
my
medals to get the
Sargoy.
top prize. Like, that's how they work it. It's pretty silly, but that's exactly how it works. So
You'll be my
it's not like just,
Sargoy.
if you're rich, you could just come into this game and buy everything you want. They actually do kind of like meter it, so you can't go.
It's my
crazy.
old friend.
Okay, let's go here.
Perspective
Now, we
can't
can use
even
Tor, the
afford
Tor Lower Tour.
Lucy's.
We could do that.
I can
and
afford
get some good
Lucy's.
stuff. We should probably do that.
God only knows
It's
what's
just
in
that
the
we have it
Lucy.
built with a sub build, so you could just like turbo.
Well, the
regular.
bodega, the bodegas don't really care as long as you know.
I received a $2 tip. What's a match that you saw and thought it was going to be trash, but ended up being a surprisingly good match?
Dude, bro, it's having delirium
imagining
imagining Smoke
I
Spick.
haven't watched wrestling in many years. I keep telling
Smoke
you
Spick
guys,
is in the chat, bro.
You guys act like I'm avid.
He's my mascot. He's like Towley or
4.5 years. So
you know
nothing
anybody
comes
else.
to mind because I don't have like.
I
wrestling
love
matches in recent memory.
I'm so excited now that we have
Oh,
a Smoke Spick.
Okay. I think we got all the freebies now. I'm pretty sure we got all the freebies. Yeah.
You want to be a character, Smoke Spick?
All right.
You want me to write you a
I
role?
wonder if we'll play this again Saturday night.
I love
don't
that
know.
so much.
We might though. I might do it
Smoke
Saturday
Spick.
night. Okay, so we did everything there, and I think what we should
Yeah,
do,
I know.
So we got this
Sargoy
daily
should have
stuff,
turned a long
right?
time ago. He should have stayed loyal. How dare
Get a match on the
Sargoy?
road, level up a superstar's move, level up a superstar, upgrade a title, do a stipulation match.
Nobody else sees the
Let's
Smoke
do a few
Spick?
quick ones. Let's win a row.
What
a
the
row match.
fuck?
Let's level up a
Is this
move.
a
Let's
figment
do
of my
these quickies.
imagination? Hold on a second.
What we want to do is we want to. Oh,
Because
actually,
everybody's
these
claiming
don't
they
even
can't
matter
see
right
the
now.
Smoke
What we
Spick.
want to do is these tours. So we can actually
Am I
do them. Let's just do
hallucinating
these right now. Let's
Smoke
get these
Spick?
done right
Hold on
now.
a second.
We got to do Seattle and Albuquerque.
Oh, this is
It's
crazy.
locked. Why is it locked?
Either I'm losing it or what.
They're all locked. Are you kidding? How many do we have?
Hold
to do
on,
to
I'll
get to
prove
those?
it to the chat he exists. If he's not in the
You have to do it
screenshot, I'm in trouble. I'm really am hallucinating. No, he's there. Hold on, I'll show you guys.
We
He
did all
exists.
These are all done.
He's real.
So
He's
that's
not in my
gonna be live.
delusions. I don't know why no one can see him though. Smoke
We did
Spick,
all these.
why
Yep,
can't
we
they
finished
see
the
you? Why
European.
can I only see you? That doesn't make any sense.
Boston, Brooklyn, Philly, Baltimore. We have
Smoke
to do
Spick, what's
all of
going on,
this?
buddy?
Oh my god.
Why can I only
We have to
see
go
you?
through all of
Look at him.
those.
So you can see he does exist.
Then we get to Seattle and Albuquerque down here. So we have a long way to go. We have to do a lot of these grindy tours tonight. I also want to do the Tonga tour.
Look, look, he's right
Let's
there.
just toss anyone in here. Like, who will they let us use? Kofi? All right, let's just have Kofi. One hit, kill everybody. Actually, hold on.
I see Smirk
Might be better to
Spick.
use Tongaloa, actually. Because Tongaloa is doing the
It's just-
instant sub
It's
win.
just me and
So
you,
maybe do
Smoke
the
Spick.
instant sub
Only
as
I
we
can
go
see you, Smoke Spick.
here. Just do it over and over and get through all these tours fast.
It's just me and you, Smoke. Only
Yeah,
I
we're
can
gonna
see
do
you,
it.
buddy.
All the tours like this. It's gonna take a while, so we're gonna chill and talk while we do it. But we got to get through all these tours.
Smoke
so we can
Spick,
lead
my
up.
imaginary
And we're
friend
higher
in
league, we get
chat.
better rewards from doing monthly events. Okay. We're gonna do this.
But you
We're
can
also
see
do
him
the
right
tour,
here.
the Tongaloa tour,
So
the
I
stuff
know
we
he
do tonight,
exists.
We have some stuff to do, and we'll see how we do with support, and if we can get to the goal and do a mega pull for.
So you can
our
see
guys.
he is in the chat.
The game's a little loud. Okay, thank you. I will lower it.
But nobody can see him but me. I don't know how that's possible.
Here is the game. I will. Oh wait a minute. This is why. Never mind. It was loud because I made the volume super loud earlier. Now it should be okay. Hopefully now it's better. You guys let me know. Sorry that was so loud. I didn't realize that. I was playing the casting of Frank Stone earlier. For some odd reason, the casting of Frank Stone's volume is really low, so I had to up the game volume like significantly.
Oh, nobody cares about that game.
This doesn't even matter who I toss in there. If I toss him in, is
How many lights are there?
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I threw it.
Can I record an
Jey
outro?
Uso. This Jey Uso is ancient. This
I
Jey
don't know,
Uso
buddy.
is so old, like 2018 or something like that.
Have you repented, Colonel J, of all of your
No,
previous
sir, I've not talked about any interview guest yet.
of all your previous
I'll talk about that at the
afflictions?
very end of the stream.
Unfortunately, I have a long memory.
And again, not a
Been
single
around
one of
for
you
a
is going
real
to guess who
long
it is anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Literally, none of you are going to guess who the interview guest is.
If you've repented, I'll think about it. What is it? Smoke Spick is the corner demon.
How does it sound now? Is it all right? Do you guys still need me to adjust it? If so, I can
There's
suggest it
nothing
in the
to this game. I don't understand this. Phil has somehow made $11 doing this. Bribe or I made one? Come on. Well, I said I would. He's
I
going
already
to tell
told
me
you,
what
you
it is.
guys are all like, it's gonna be this other
And,
big YouTuber. It's gonna
you
be
know,
this person. It's
tell me
nothing
he's
like that at all.
repentant.
I keep telling you guys that, but people just
Nobody actually cares about DSP. You
Ridiculous
fell for a word.
expectations.
You're a crazy gay man on the internet. Well, just like everybody else.
still needs adjustment.
Bri
It's still
Bri
too loud.
made
You guys think it's
one-
still loud?
Come on. Okay, yeah. Has he matched shapes yet? Yes, he has.
What singles title did Jey
How
Uso
much
win
has
this
he
past
invested
Monday?
into the game? Over $1,000. He's into this account, over $1,000. Over multiple accounts, over $100,000. Colonel
Who
J
got
has
the
a bigger
title? Oh,
channel.
who did
Well,
he
that's
get it
true.
from? Who had
Everybody
it?
has a
Didn't
bigger
someone have
channel
the
than me.
title for a long time? You guys can tell
This
me about
channel is bizarre,
it.
okay?
Who did he beat?
Just be quiet for a sec, Phil. So this channel is bizarre. I could somehow pull the amount of live viewers that I could pull, which I've seen like 5K, 10K fucking subscriber channels can't pull the amount of live viewers I could pull. But I only have 1,000 subscribers. But they actually come to the stream, so I'm not complaining. I actually have good subscribers, not just bots.
NXT, and he was doing really good in NXT for a while. I didn't even know that he had made it to the main roster yet, quite frankly.
Bri is always free to call in, but I doubt he
I did
will.
not see the state of play yesterday, so I can't tell you if I saw any games that look good. But from what I've heard, you know, the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima sounds interesting. The fact that they're doing a Soul Reaver remaster collection sounds interesting. Yeah, but I haven't really sat down and looked at any of it. Like I would like to, but look at what I've been doing today. I was on an interview with Cultaholic.
Cultaholic.
Wrestling and myself and all kinds of stuff.
You
Tomorrow I
got
have an
about 30
interview,
minutes to
so I
make
can't
this
do a- I
interesting,
can't do a
fella.
regular
I'm
podcast right
gonna be done with you.
The next day I'm gonna get to do a podcast is Saturday. So on Saturday,
I'm not
we're gonna have
subbing
some
to a
results,
crazy game, man.
state of play, and we'll talk about them together.
If Bri was here,
I'm
you'd
in the
have
power.
double the
Good evening. How you
viewers. Well, you know, Bri is Bri. He is a content machine, that boy. Too
Best
bad
IC
he's
champ, Razor
fucking nuts.
Was Shawn
He's
Michaels
out of
IC
his
champ? He
fucking
was.
mind.
'Cause I'd say
It's too
Shawn
bad.
Michaels.
Yeah, where's
Can I show my
Yoko?
wrestling clips?
Yoko's
What does
complaining ass.
What wrestling clips are we talking about?
Even King's Kino Archive is here. Somebody call in. I'm accepting callers. You could call in and we could chat for the next half an hour. Just ring the bell
Okay.
and I will pick up for you. People
Was
who,
it hard being on a
you know,
wrestling
all these
podcast
random
and
people
not
have added me and
Well,
I've
the whole
actually
point of
accepted
the
their
show-
friend request. You could
That's
actually
called Desert
call
Island
now.
Graphs, is that
Give me
you
a
were
call.
stranded on a desert island and you had 3
Bubs,
matches
now's
from
your
wrestling
chance,
history to watch
bro.
over and over. What would you want? And so all my
He's
matches
told me
from
he's
the
wanted to
past.
call in for a
My
while,
latest
and
match I mentioned was from the year
you have
2000.
the floor.
So
you'd like to
that's
call
why
in.
it wasn't hard to do. I talked about my history with wrestling, how I became a wrestling fan. How
Brian
I
is always
for a long
welcome
time,
to
how
call
I
in,
got
but
out of it and stuff like that.
I think he's I'll unblock him
That's what I talked about.
so he can call in. Hold on, I forgot I blocked him. Hold on.
Did I ever consider training
I'll
to become a
unblock his
wrestler?
ass.
No.
There you go. We're not
Of course,
friends,
whenever I
Brian,
was
but
young
you're
and watching
unblocked.
wrestling, you
So you could
fantasize,
call in
but
anytime.
No, I never actually took it seriously and thought that I was going to be a pro
Shut up,
wrestler.
King's
Yeah.
Kino Archive.
But
You're my
Hello?
bitch.
I definitely clicked that. Why do guys get upset when a game has a female protagonist? I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't care about the gender of the protagonist in a game, but I do notice...
Yeah,
a
maybe
lot of
Smoke
times
Spick
when
is
they
going to
have,
call
like,
in my mind. You guys are
a
going to hear me
strong
have a
female lead,
schizophrenic
that
conversation.
sadly, sometimes there's a lot of sexual content added to the game because they try to appease, like, perverted dudes. And I hope with, with Ghost of Tsushima...
The Queen
no
of
sexual
Poles,
content
he's out of
aside when
time.
Shinsekai walked
He's
into
out of
the hot
touch.
spring, right? So I would hope that they're going to be...
Call
you
in,
know,
Smoke
of
Spick.
similar mind with this new game, and they're not going to change the tone of it and shit now just because it has a female lead. I don't
Hot
think it
take
means that,
incoming.
right?
Yeah, let's
I
have a
don't
hot
think
take.
they don't give in to the cheap ways to try to sell games,
I'm opening and the floor is open. You can talk about whatever you want.
But we'll find out. We don't have
Dare
any
I
real
make a
information about the game
Discord?
yet, besides it's set 300 years in the future after Jin.
So I
and,
could
it
take
has a
callers.
female protagonist, and it's in a different part of Japan, right? That's what we know.
I guess that's what I'll do. Oh. Hold on a second.
Oh, there's absolutely no way to react to wrestling matches.
I
Reason
got to
being,
set it up so
WWE claims
it doesn't
all
immediately time out with one
wrestling
invite.
on YouTube. Literally, if you make a clip that's 2 seconds long of wrestling, WWE will claim and block your video. That's exactly what just happened to June the King. His documentary about me had that clip of Vince McMahon getting like stone cold stunnered by Steve Austin as he was explaining that I was a heel in the Street Fighter community, and his whole video got demonetized
All right, people.
by WWE because
You
of it.
can call in.
My
We'll
reaction
do a
to this
call-in
video
show.
also got claimed demonetized, and I had to edit out that clip. I literally had to edit out that like 5 seconds so that people could watch
Let's do it.
my video. So you absolutely cannot react to the matches whatsoever. It just is not possible. And reacting to a summary of matches is not very interesting. Just to be honest, it's not, you know.
Call in. Get your call-ins.
Okay. No, you're absolutely right, Cheetah Man. WWE is the absolute pits. They are.
It will
far
be
more
deleted
sensitive
immediately when
when
the
it
stream
comes
is
to-
done.
To the levels they
Tell
go
you that
claim
right now.
and mess with content, you know. They're just awful. If you put any WWE content in anything, even if it is considered fair use, they claim it anyway. They're complete jerks. I just realized I don't have.
Yeah, I
to
know, Squire.
matches, I can skip them.
Squire is not one for
How
calling
is
in.
Yote pronounced? Yote, right? Y-O-T-E-I. So it's Ghost of Yote. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. I'm not just
Yote?
reading it like everybody else, but that's what I would think it is. Yote. Again, I want this bar to stop doing this, but look, it won't stop. Stupid thing.
Yeah. The link works.
Didn't they
I've
make a WWE
tested it.
app that was $9.99? If you're talking about the WWE network,
Nobody
yeah, they
ever
have
wants to call in.
WWE
They're like
Network,
terrified of
an
me.
on-demand service
What are you
that has,
terrified of?
a giant library of
Get a
WWE
grip.
shows, pay-per-views, content. Then it also had WCW. Then it had.
If I'm a
ECW,
scary
it literally
person,
had
I
all
mean,
of
you
it,
got
right?
serious problems.
And then they got rid of it. Then they decided they wanted to go to another place. I think, aren't they on like Peacock now or something like that? And now aren't they moving somewhere else again? So
Who's gonna
it's just
call
not
in?
worth it. I don't care. I'm not gonna be keeping jumping around from.
I know.
person to
Even
person
Godwinson
like an
gets
asshole, because they have no idea what the fuck they're
schizo
doing
callers.
about it.
I get nobody.
So, I just don't care. I canceled ages ago.
It's like insane. Everybody's so scared.
Okay, well, we're getting there. I know this is a boring grind. What can you do? AGG just did a super chat. He says, what's it like coming back to relevancy? I'm not even kidding you. That's one
It's
of
a
the questions
bi-curious honeypot, and he
Tom
gets
from
blackmail
Kosovo
on
asked me
you
earlier
to
today
make
on
you
the
into a
show.
big-time
That's
streamer like Surfer and
definitely one of the questions he
PvP.
asked me, so I really don't want to answer it. I think you should watch the
You're a
interview that I
crazy
did
gay
earlier
man on
today
the
if you want your
internet talking about people who aren't real.
answer. Thank you for super chat, AGG.
It's true.
Guys, if you're here and you're enjoying
I don't
the stream,
want
let's
Snort
get some
Hogan to
support
dox
going.
me. I don't
We're
have any
64
problem with
likes on the stream with
the
almost 700
detractors.
viewers. Let's get that up to 100 likes tonight. Please like the stream. It helps the engagement.
For the
really
most part.
does. It lets people find my content on YouTube, so please do so. Let's get some more contributions.
Let's
a
get to
new
more
top super
contributions
chatter
so I
to
can
RC
gamble
Crazy
this
Hockey
money
Chatter.
away.
Only $5 is the top super
Please
chat.
give me
Let's
some
get
more
another 50
contributions.
filler off the top
Let's
spot
get
here.
yeah. Let's
Don't
get
do
another
bucks.
tip.
We can do that, right? Come on.
Let's get $100 so I can fucking gamble all of it away on a big pull. Let's do it,
Yeah,
people.
Almighty, I'm glad that you enjoyed the end of Black Myth
Somebody
Wukong.
has
I don't
joined.
care. I'm not. I'm in a position now where I'm being pulled constantly in so many different directions to play different games and things.
Somebody joined and
that
then
I don't
immediately
really care about
dropped.
a game like that anymore.
You terrified?
You know, I gave it a shot. Halfway through the game bored me. I don't care anymore. I'm on to the next. I'm not going to waste my time.
Yeah, I mean, of course I wasn't lying. I told you. Of course I wasn't lying.
Or games that are just, quite frankly, poorly designed.
The reality is I
Even if
very
the ending's
rarely lie.
spectacular, I'm not going to waste 15, 20, 30 more hours to get to it. That's what people said, too. They said, yeah, it's going to take you another 30 hours.
It's not
to
you,
Black Myth Wukong, and I'm not
Perspicacity.
fucking playing
It's
it anymore.
Discord.
I'm not wasting 10 more streams. Fuck that.
What's wrong with Discord? I don't have a waiting room.
Disney Plus subscription. They're increasing it to $17 a month. There's
Oh,
no
people
content
hate
except for
Discord.
that
I
to
know.
come along. Not sure what relevancy that has to anything we're talking about tonight, but thanks for sharing that information.
Squire.
I really have no idea.
Oh my god, Ralph. Is Ralph for real with this? I can't I'm not even showing it on stream.
Wyatt's Gaming World says DSP level that Judgment Day Finn. He does crazy damage with his triple purple moveset. With both
Good for you,
moments,
Ro.
He does 5 to 7 million on turn 1. Yes, but I don't have any moments, right? I don't think I would have the Judgment Day moments. I wouldn't be able to level them, so. But,
Yoko
no, but
Ono
Finn
wants
is a
to
good
call
card.
in.
Finn is a very
Okay.
good. You know,
Well,
I
I'm
have him
just
on my
sitting
board.
alone in here.
One that I've used a lot for events because they keep
I
bringing
do
back
need a
events
cigarette,
to
like
acquire,
awful. I'm so used to smoking during the streams that I also like really want to smoke. I don't know. I might vape something.
Okay.
I will, right? You got to tell me what it is. Why don't you call in and tell me,
You guys
Colonel
see the
J?
sewer background for Ninja Turtles.
Thank you for the $5. I don't know where that came from, but okay.
So Jay getting his first intercontinental
That's
title run of his first
uncomfortable.
single title ever in 14 years. He was
Thank
just
you,
kind of-
sir.
Yeah, it was just him and his brother.
Apologize to
Like,
Colonel
and then, of
J.
course, they were-
I'll do an outro for you.
And for a little bit there, I would argue they were kind of doing.
What is it, though? Tell me what it is.
Royal with the plot
Describe
of
it to
the
me.
bloodline.
The audience is dying to know. What's
So
this
wait a
outro?
minute. So what's going on with Roman? You guys said Roman came back, and he's known as the OTC, the what, original tribal chief. But is he
You
a
could
face
message
now?
me on Twitter.
Is he a heel? Like, what is Roman?
I don't have an
I'm just
email that I
curious how
could
Roman
give
could
people.
Come back and be a face after being such a crazy heel.
But
for
you
so
could
many
message
years.
me whatever you
Like, how would
want
he easily
on
make somebody
Twitter.
as a face again?
I know you have a
Bro
Twitter.
Tom, nice name. This is a $6 super chat. It says, "Will I do another Royal Rumble this year for Halloween?" No, I don't have WWE. I haven't had a WWE.
Shout
in
out
many,
to
many
Brian.
years. I'm not going to buy one.
Massive
I'm
shout outs for
buying it in
Brian.
some matches right now, maybe in the
You're-
future, but
You
I
popped
do
your
not
cherry
want to do
purse, but
WWE.
congratulations, you're a grifter now. I
Side
know,
chicks,
right?
of course. Scro Tom, what a funny name. $6 super chat.
Is Perspic a DSP lover or detractor? Both.
We're up to
I
$20
love
support tonight, guys.
Phil.
Remember, if we hit the 150 goal.
But I'm also
to,
disgusted
hit-
by
to fill
Phil
those
and his
pink
begging,
coffers. We'll do the celebration
his
here
absolute
on
begging
stream,
on his
and,
hands and knees for cash.
We'll do a mega pull.
Did somebody just speak?
Yeah, it's me.
He's in between.
Oh, hello,
face
sir.
and heel. How does that
Hey,
work?
Persip, how are you?
What can I do for you, sir?
Between-
What would you like to
Oh,
discuss?
nothing. I'm just trying. I just wanted to call in. I want to ask you about what you're planning on, what you're planning on to do for your next streams. By the way, I'm kind of nervous
Why are you
calling into
nervous?
the show.
He's
I don't know.
There's
Just
nothing
a little
to be
bit
nervous
ang-
about.
Yeah, I'm a little bit anxious. I think I need a cigarette. I think I'll light one up on stream.
Yeah, well, me too. I could use one of those. About now. You have no idea how bad I want one.
Yeah.
What's the plan, huh? Well, the plan is
Then they turned him heel, and he did right? So why would
we're
you
going to
go
give
heel
the casino a little comeuppance because that's our favorite thing to do. And I think we're going to pepper in a lot of different content. We're going to try to keep things varied. I don't want to do the same stuff every day. And I don't want to do a lot of anti-pedo stuff because only Squire understands this and Godwinson understands this. But the anti-pedo stuff, I literally get sick to my stomach about it. Like I get physically ill and really depressed. And it takes me time to recover after exposing myself to it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm just kind of numb to it all because I've been watching that stuff for a while. It's kind of gotten repetitive, so I'm kind of numb. But
Yeah.
for people who don't watch, who aren't used to it, I understand like how you're like just disgusted by it.
So there you go.
I really am. It's really just disturbing, you know? It's so prevalent and people are so like, I don't know, people are accepting of it in bizarre ways that I don't understand.
What the hell does that
Yeah, I remember I was watching a video, or I didn't watch it, but like there's like the thumbnail said like pedo hunting is out of control in response to like the Tally stream where the guy gets knocked out by like that Mexican dude. I was like, what do you mean it's out of control? That's that's like the best thing to happen.
That's how he spelled it, so.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with the pedo hunting is that
I appreciate that.
these guys are often not arrested for any of the crimes because they're entrapped. You know, there is such a thing as entrapment. You're not supposed to basically put a person into a situation where they're going to commit a crime. That is called entrapment. So them doing that and catfishing these guys, and you know, it's basically not prosecutable. It's not prosecutable because it's entrapment. So they catch them in other stuff, but then all the evidence has to be thrown out. So it does cause problems, the pedo hunting. But,
yeah, I mean, doesn't it at least put them on the, I guess, like the local police's radar or something?
yeah, I mean, I don't really see any problem with it. What do you do? Like, what are you doing messaging children? You know what I mean? And I encountered, I have my very infamous story where I encountered a pedophile. I was like 11 years old on AOL. And it really fucked me up just encountering one, or just talking to a person. And it takes 2 minutes for a picture to load, because it was dial-up then, because I'm ancient. And, it's a guy with his penis out. And I was just so frightened. I just wouldn't even, didn't ever go on AOL ever again after that. In like the chat rooms and stuff, which was huge in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I enjoyed doing that, and it ruined it for me forever. I never did it again.
Yeah, I never did AOL, but I have some experience with like the Yahoo Messenger or whatever.
Yeah, well, it was like that. It was less it was less sophisticated than even Yahoo Messenger.
Yeah.
It was pretty bare bones back then. But, you used to dial in, and then you'd go in, and there'd be, hundreds of these AOL chat rooms, and you'd go in, they were, themed for certain things, and everyone would be talking, and I just wanted to talk about video games and stuff. And there's some freaky man who I just told, where I lived because I'm 11, and it's, the late 90s. And he sends me a picture of him naked. And I was horrified. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's going to come to my house. He's going to ruin my life. This whole thing is awful. Do I call the police?
I mean, this is the Persip narrative. What did you do to seduce this man?
I didn't do, but don't even go there. I was a little boy. I was like a little boy. I was
I know,
probably about 12. I think I was I was 12. I was in 7th grade. And I was really fucked up just from that. Imagine if I had actually been convinced to actually do anything. I mean, these poor kids, man. There are all these predators out there. We should just,
I'm never gonna understand this.
I don't know.
Crazy.
I can't incite violence on a live stream, so I guess let's move on.
Yeah, I know.
Shouldn't be
I guess
tolerated.
just to go back to what I was originally calling in about. I remember you were talking about playing with a Josh stream. I look forward to that because I really think that guy doesn't get enough heat.
Yeah, there should be some coverage of Josh stuff.
I was
It's
just
just-
gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
Didn't they say that he had a Kiwi Farms account or something?
What do you mean for Josh?
The pedophile.
That is, I have not seen evidence of this yet out of everything, but supposedly he does have a Kiwi Farms account, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Yeah, because I've been looking. I don't know where you can find the Chud Bugs leaks, because I've been looking everywhere, seeing if I could kind of cross-reference his usernames that he's been using on Xbox Live and shit like that. See if he was talking to anybody, but I don't know.
Well,
I couldn't
he
really
seems
find
to
anything.
have
He seems to be late.
he definitely
He seems to be
scrubbed
late.
everything, because let's say there was a little backroom investigation, and it looked like he scrubbed a lot of stuff, and he was trying to change his names on a lot of these profiles to try to throw people off, but it's too late. They already have everything. So, but he's just trying now to delete everything. So, what do you mean we've not seen any evidence? Any evidence of what?
When will Jasper get a high school diploma? I don't know if you're aware of this, but cats do not go to high school.
He wasn't. I checked my Chud Buds and Post database. He was not on either. On any aliases that are known anyway.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a long
There's some
shot
l-
anyway, because he seems to be kind of a new fact. I think he kind of came around 22 or something.
He seems like a
2022.
casino fan.
He seems like a casino fan, but he seems like a casino fan that came around as soon as they started upping the ante on their YouTube presence and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
As soon as they started going really hard at Rich, and they sort of diverted away from Ralph, but not entirely.
Yeah, well, the stuff that they did to Rich was so heinous. That's why I have no sympathy. You have Rich, who's like a total lolcow, right? I mean, he gets high and he's flying the whole stream. He's in. It's worse than Mersh tier. He's
I
so
don't even
high
know
out of
that.
his mind, he doesn't even know what he's saying. And they just go, instead of using any of the stuff that Rich provides them, they just go, Rich is a pedophile and has pictures of, you know, like his, either it's his stepdaughter or it's his girlfriend's daughter, whatever. They're literally
I think it was
on
one
a
of his
beach.
ex's daughters.
Yeah, they're literally
It's
on a
pretty beyond
beach
the
and they're
pale.
in bathing suits. It's like, dude, come on. This guy's got a daughter. They blamed him for his daughter going blind. I mean, it was disgusting. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Ashton is literally mocking him for his daughter going blind. His daughter went blind because she was told to take, I think, antibiotics or something, and she had an allergic reaction to antibiotics and went blind. And they
So
were
she's, like,
blaming Rich for that. It was like
she's,
a freak accident.
completely blind.
I don't know how blind she is, honestly.
Yeah.
But it was just like, you know, I don't get it. I don't really research people's children. Rich has talked about it a lot on the stream. But
Yeah,
to even
that's
talk
kind of-
about it and say they caused the daughter's
That's
blindness.
that's pretty lurid. That's
Pretty evil.
Crazy.
You know. Now, people hold me accountable for a lot of evil thing one of my dearest friends does. So, you know, I guess I'm guilty as well, but I don't like to indulge in certain things. Like like calling people pedos because they have a Dropbox full with family pictures and some of them happen to be on a beach with people in bathing suits.
It was on his phone too, wasn't it? I mean, it's like
Yeah.
it's like a
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
well,
like the
where
shit
else
you have
would
like
the
your
pictures
office.
be? Where else would family pictures be? They'd be on your phone.
right.
Yeah, it would be like
And
the desk in
meanwhile,
your
it's-
office.
It's just like this big strike of irony now that this guy who's been like trying to chat up a 12-year-old gets fucking caught. So
Well, if Ash needed confirmation that God does exist.
and where's Jim to disavow this? You
Oh,
know?
Jim is not going to disavow anything.
Back
He
when
knows his
back
whole
when
audience is
AMA
pedos.
happened, like he fired up the stream like the very next morning. It might have even been like the very same night. But he's
What-
just like
Jim ain't gonna do anything, man.
no.
Well,
No way.
Jim
he's
is
sick, though.
dying. He's dying, bro. He's dying.
He's got what was it?
He's got
like,
1 to 3 years to live.
weeping sores on his legs.
Yeah, he's got weeping edema in his legs.
Which
He's
means
had
his
heart
legs are, like,
attacks, strokes.
his legs are like probably freakishly like puffy and shit. That's like
Do you believe any
like-
of this nonsense? I don't
don't
believe any of it.
no.
No, he's just a bullshitter. He's like, he said he was in like palliative care, and that he has 1 to 3 years to live.
No, he says he's going into. He's on a waiting list for palliative care.
My schizo theory is that it's not even Jim at all. It's just like some Gator singularity, or Gator's made an AI, or it's like a KAP. It's Kill All Pedos. They collaborated and made an AI and put him in the Matrix.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like,
if
I
you
mean, the
have, like,
part I
such a
don't understand
database-
is like, if he's in so much pain, how can he even speak on his stream? It doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, he
Well, there was
sounds
one-
normal on his stream, and he's like ripping darts like it's nothing. Like it's.
Well, there was
there's
one
no way.
stream where he
You could
sounded
hear
pretty rough,
him
but it's
literally
probably-
chain smoking.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're sicking on medication like that, like you get lightheaded and fuck. Like there's no way. And he was going for quite a while, and he's like, "Oh, this heavy duty pain medication is what's like making this possible." It's like, dude, you'd be like conked out.
Yeah, it'd be like a drooling retard, like a senile
Yeah.
old man.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's been said he's probably like fucking Frederick Brennan or something. He's probably like,
Yeah, well,
probably
that's
a
what his
weirdo,
medical
like-
report implies. That he's Hot Wheels.
He's
yeah.
suffering from heart attacks. Like that's a symptom.
Yeah, like Hot
Yeah.
Wheels could. It
Aiden's
would make
filling in
sense
the
if.
role of Josh to change his diapers and shit.
Yeah, I mean, like if he said he was Hot Wheels, all his medical conditions would make sense. If he was Hot Wheels.
How is Hot Wheels doing? Is anybody kept up?
Hot
with
Wheels is somehow healthier than Jim. I don't know how.
Jesus.
Now, Hot
and
Wheels bones do break all the time. Poor Hot Wheels.
But
'Cause
then
he's-
there's like Like personally, I don't even know if it's true. Like, what are you saying? Because like that medical information that he put forth could be edited. You know,
Well,
like
the
he could have
medical
just edited
information
and filled
doesn't
it
make
in.
any sense.
He could
It's
just fill in a form.
the problem with all that medical information is that it's a battery of tests and there's no real diagnoses. So
I really think it's all just a troll. I think his fans deserve it. They're so fucking dented.
Yeah.
well, I think that's Surfer's interpretation. I sort of agree with it. Is that
Well, my
They're so soulless and just like brain dead. It's just like slaves shall serve. Who fucking cares?
and if you just like poke fun at him, like they get like really like defensive about it. It's like, dude, just chill. Like, who cares?
Their sense
Like,
of humor
do
is
it on the
just
internet.
so dated too.
Like they have a
Well-
sense of humor, but if you attack Jim or you make fun of anime, like they go crazy, and it's like, dude, just like
I don't
chill out, it's not a big
understand
deal.
where this VTuber stuff came from with Jim. Jim used to shit all over this stuff. All of a sudden, he's super into VTubers. It
It's
was
probably
like
around COVID. It's probably like supplanted any social interaction.
I
I mean,
get
it's like
that
he
he
doesn't leave
was
the
a
house.
yeah.
So
I get
I
that he
mean-
was a weeb, right? And that he liked anime and stuff, but when did that turn into VTubers? When he used to call this shit, you know, like if you watch any of his videos pre-2020, I mean, he shits all over the whole concept. So how did
yeah,
this
like
happen?
we
parasocial
shot all over
relationships.
Pay-Pigeon back then too. So
Yeah.
it's like arbitrarily changed.
Maybe
Yeah, my-
COVID just broke his mind.
This is maybe a bit of a derail, but do you know who's been defending the casino pedophile
Who?
perspective? Shaggy.
Oh my god. Don't bring up Shaggy to me. Surfer tried to tell me about Shaggy earlier this week. And I said,
Yeah.
Surfer, I don't
You
want to
better
know what
watch-
Shaggy's
You
doing.
better watch that link. He might fucking find his way in here somehow.
I mean, how is he defending him?
Literally,
He's
like
it's
what
Shaggy,
Porky's
man. I'm
doing.
sure he says that's his like
He
hero.
finds a way. Yeah,
Oh, it's Shaggy.
yeah.
He's so mentally deranged. He's one of the only two people I have ever banned from being in the chat.
It tells you a lot that he's had a falling out with Axel of all people, who's like a psychopath.
Well, yeah, he had a falling out with Axel because Axel didn't want Shaggy sending pictures of his penis to his boyfriend. He had a falling out with him.
So bizarre.
Axel's
I don't
like,
even-
listen, Shaggy, stop sending pictures of your penis to my boyfriend.
That's
All right, somebody wants me to. We have a Squire clip. Here, I will share this with you guys. I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do here. So I guess we could all watch it together. Let's see. I've been told to play this. Let's end this music. Okay.
Are we gonna watch some of this? Let's do it. Let me get this.
Oh,
set
I
up
remember
here.
this stream.
Light a cigarette. Don't worry,
These
by
are
the
the
way. I've got
speed. These are
couple
all
packs of
speed
cigarettes
runners.
ready for my discussion with crowd.
It's
I'm gonna be
streamed on
smoking
me
thoroughly
watermark.
throughout it.
that gives you like.
Hopefully
a
that doesn't
Yeah,
unnerve
these are
you.
tranny speedrunners. All of these
Oh, this
started
is-
off as men and then became hideous men.
It's like an iconic meme photo too.
Okay, I think we're ready to proceed here. Let me pop that up. Oh, you're back on screen.
Hopefully
I'm
this
gonna
is
have
correct.
to give this
Yes.
a hard pass,
Yes,
but let's
Squire.
see what the results were. 81 of you. 81 of you would fucking smash that? Maybe you meant with a hammer. Maybe I needed to be more specific about what exactly I meant by smash or pass. 80 fucking one of you would smash that. Oh, you guys need to leave Discord. It's fucking with your heads. That's all I'm gonna say.
Who?
We've
Chibi
got a cosplay
Necodemics?
cringe compilation. Oh, that's the lazy man search result. We go into movie reviews
Because I see
or
this is about Chibi, who has a host of
anime
problems.
or something. But I think at this point, I think it's time to call it a day. Just to walk away from the whole business of let's playing and speedrunning. Because clearly your audience is just disgusted with it.
I don't know, Squire. What was the point of this, buddy? Tell me. Lead me along the garden path. Well, what do you guys think of this clip? Callers.
I don't know. It's just like,
I-
I remember
It's
like
been-
I don't know
watching
why-
the speedrunner stuff, like back when it was like not new, but it was like back when before Twitch got like really paused, and it was just a bunch of like autistic nerds, but like there's like something to it. It wasn't like corporate. And then after like 2012,
I clicked on it.
2013,
Sorry.
2014, this company, like I think it was like Prevent Cancer Foundation, got involved, and it was all about money.
Yeah.
It just like it started getting gay, and they started like banning people from the chat for like making fun of the audience members, which was like the best part. Like people were like, "Oh, dude, look at that guy. He looks homeless," and this and that. And there's like that yellow shirt guy, and people were like posting links to like eBay, like where you could get the shirt, and it was more fun. And then it got invaded by like trans folk and shit like that, and then all of the good speedrunners that had good personalities ended up getting kicked out because they were like talking shit in Discord. It was stupid, and I think that's what Jim's video is like getting at. But I mean, like
Okay,
that's
Squire.
low-hanging
Well,
fruit,
you
but-
have the time wrong, but we're gonna play this. I was gonna play. You want to figure out what the fuck Squire is trying to get us to watch, but apparently it's just further ahead in the video. So let's watch it.
Coming here because I'm gonna make you all happy, and I'm training to be an angel. And yeah, I love you all.
What the hell is this? It's Anime Club at school.
For Jim's fans.
Oh, where do we even start with this? Let's see.
I bet Gator
That's the
laments
fat
not
girl
being in
in
that
class
school.
that nobody would take to prom, and this is her moment to shine.
This is Jim
When nobody
faking
can
it
leave
to
the
be a
room
cool
'cause they're
kid.
forced
This
to watch
was
her
actually
cosplay.
Jim, I guess.
And her annoying
yeah,
little
Jim
voice.
liked that
Why
shit,
is it
for
always,
sure.
you know?
I take it that Jim was just pretending not to like this stuff, and then when the freak flag had come out, he pulled it right out.
Kind of like middle tier obese
It was
white
hiding
chicks
beneath the
that wanna
surface. It
dress
was like
up like
desperate to
cute
come
little
out, and it
fucking,
finally did.
It's
anime
really
girls,
become much
and then
more
they do the
socially
high-pitched
acceptable
voice,
to be in this
and
shit too.
I mean, you
This
can't
is
fake
true.
His room. His room is not fakeable. Like
You
he bought all
see,
that
like
shit.
I talked when Ralph was doing the VTuber shit. I talked to him about the like how nobody really bats an eye at this shit. How they use words like "cunny," which like if you look at the meaning of that, it's like the worst shit ever. I can't even like repeat it. But
Yes.
it's like the type of shit that like Axel's into. And it's like this is like stuff that's like you can just post about this freely on Twitter and all sorts
Yeah.
of stuff, and nobody will really bat an eye. Nor
Well,
will
maybe he
there-
also
there will be,
realized,
no
like, you-
reprisal.
Yeah. Well, maybe he realized he wouldn't lose any money from like his pay pigs. There was like no doubt he'd lose any money from them, so he just like went full true nature.
Yeah. Well, that is true. Now, somebody brings up Jim lost all the right wing from his chat after COVID. So he leaned into the weeb shit, which is 100%
Yeah.
true. I mean, after that period, after COVID, it was like full weeb shit all the time, nonstop.
Plus, Keemstar or whoever it was gave him like monetization back on his channel, so there's like definitely some sort of stipulation there where you can't say like the N bomb or something like that, because when they were doing the fight agreement with Ralph kind of backed out because I think there was like a clause where you couldn't say the N word on his stream and he wouldn't be able to box Andy.
Yes.
So there's probably some sort of like content rule or something on his channel now.
Well, yeah,
Well, you
you're
can't,
not
like-
allowed to say certain words.
Yeah.
He's just trying to cash in as hard as he can. Like,
Well,
that's-
I mean, YouTube literally the automatic bot now will flag certain words immediately, and the video just gets locked
yeah,
immediately.
but he can move to Kick if he wanted to. Or
I
he
mean,
can
he
move to
could,
Rumble
but
or
who
whatever,
wants
and
to
he
move
could-
to Kick? He wants to be on YouTube. I get it.
Yeah. Like even on Stream.me, it's like it wasn't really that lucrative.
I
'Cause,
just
mean, he,
don't
like,
get the
basically
cancer
dominated
grifting.
Stream.me.
I don't get the saying I'm dying. For 6 years, he's been saying the same thing. More really than 6 years.
He could
But
just,
6
he could
years
just do it.
hardcore, he's been saying
He
he's
could
dying.
just do what Ashton and Andy are doing, and he'd be equally as successful.
Well,
just like
my
More
theory on
so.
him,
We
my
need
theory
your
on
money.
him was I think like he wanted to like get out of the game, and like before he got doxxed, but he ended up getting doxxed. But he wanted to get out of the game, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sick." But then, like, whatever money crunch happened, he needs money, and then he was, "Oh, well, I'm gonna do a surprise stream," and then it was just now he does it periodically, and whenever he does it, the guy's like making like 5 to 10 grand. So it's
I
like
wish
easy
we,
fucking money.
I wish we could get Deep Throat here. He always has the best gym takes.
Yeah, where is Deep Throat?
It's been like a few months since I heard from him.
Yeah, Deep Throat has been among the missing, but he's always welcome. Deep Throat knows that he is welcome to call in.
Hasn't uploaded anything on the Surfer channel either.
Here, you want to play a little more in this? Then we can go back to Phil.
And then do the little
Before I wrap.
spastic dance and shit. I don't know what it is. Something compels them.
Oh my god, Jim is going to pretend to be disgusted
Oh,
by
did
this.
you see the cankles on that bitch? Back that up. Just let's
Let
back that up
Jim
slow
have any
motion
room to
that.
talk about this shit being embarrassing.
He has cankles now.
What is she wearing? You know,
I would never
have you ever seen somebody cook
masturbate
a
to
turkey?
this. Whoa.
Like a really fancy restaurant, they have these little poofy white things they put
And
on
look
the
at
legs.
the chat. It's
I don't know
all
what the name
Ralph
of it is, but I
dancing.
know you know what I'm talking about if you go look up like a fancy restaurant turkey. It's like they're like little miniature chef hats. That's what she's wearing on her feet. She's so fat, her
Medicare
cankles are
died
so
when
big,
he swept up
they
for
couldn't find a
Tardsky
pair
and
of socks
Ashton
or shoes
blatantly
that would
lied
fit
to
her.
him about
So
not
they just
knowing
had an
Biggs
extra
being a part
large
of Power
turkey
Chat. Yes,
thing put on there.
it's true.
The only thing funny about that stream was how Andy and Ashton were so nervous and scared of Jim. Like
Oh,
he was
yeah.
gonna end him.
Well, he
Dude, they were
really
sweating.
is.
They were
He
shaking.
really does worship Jim. That was really an epic meltdown behind the scenes about that whole Jim thing. He'll always
PPP?
resent Godwinson for the Jim thing. Always resent him. Meanwhile, he did like a little power move with Leo Pirate that they were going to confront Big Daddy Jim together, and then he like bent the knee and got on his hands and knees and begged for Daddy's attention. It's
Well,
really
I mean,
sad.
it wouldn't have worked out good if he would have went after Jim. Like his fans are incessant, right? Like,
Well,
Who cares? I shit on
during
Jim
New
all the time.
Project 2, during New Project 2, it's like PPP kind of did like this sort of circuit with like all the big sector streamers, except for Ralph. He did it with Josh. He did it with Jim. It's like he was kind of trying to get in the good graces of like people he was sort of a fan of, because he was
Yeah.
always like kind of like a latent fan of the Kiwi farms too. Like Josh would send him merch and shit. He'd like want to go.
Oh yeah,
on,
Josh will
Diva
kiss
with
anybody's
Josh.
ass who will be his father, because Josh
Yeah.
never had a father. He never. Josh is such
that
white,
until Ralph
such white gutter trash, white gutter trailer trash from Florida. He'd never even seen his father until Ralph posted a picture of him on a live stream.
Isn't he trying to move back to the U.S.? Josh.
He never left.
yeah,
Anybody
he might-
who
Yeah,
believes him.
quote unquote. Yeah, he's probably. Been
I
in
don't
Florida
believe that
this
Josh
whole
even
time.
left. Do you believe
too.
that Josh has the ability to take care of himself in a foreign country where nobody speaks English?
No,
I don't believe it. There's something.
the whole like the reason why he didn't want to do punt the gun was because like they dox him by like the way
Dogs
the
my
light
location. You'll see your
reflected on
I'm in
the
my mom's
scales.
house still. They'll be able to identify the floor with previous pictures of my mom's house.
Part I never understood about that is like you just put a towel underneath the scale. That's like the worst like cope
Well-
I've ever heard in my life.
Well, hold on. I have the picture here.
I mean,
I'll
the
tell
guy
you
doesn't want to
why.
exercise. The guy literally was like.
You'll be
saying
able
he
to
was
see
afraid to
why
exercise.
he didn't want to have to take pictures at all.
Well, I mean,
I have to
everyone knew he
search.
was fat.
Yeah, but he's much fatter than nobody knows. He wants to portray himself like he's not fat.
I know he
wants
calls
to-
himself a skinny bitch sometimes.
Yeah,
He wants people to like think
You can hear it in his voice. I mean,
Like-
just
like-
listen to the man talk.
that picture of him pushing Hot Wheels around. That's what he wants people to think how big he is. Like he's just
Yeah.
that big, but he's way bigger than that.
he's way fatter now.
You could tell just by the way he talks, like in his labored breathing, how out of shape the guy is.
Hot Wheels fucking hates him now.
Yeah, and when he gets mad, he's like heaving and hoeing. Like, you can tell
Yeah.
he can't handle it.
I could have swore I had this picture, but it's always like this. Every time I look for pictures, I can't find them on the live stream. I have to have it all partitioned before we start the live stream. Unless Squire
You
can
should
help
put it
me.
in a Dropbox on your phone.
Dropbox on my phone? That sounds even more complicated. Here, we'll go back to Phil real quick. We'll see what Phil is up to.
In October.
He's
right?
probably begging.
Is he still kind of dog whistling his support for the casino?
Yes. Now, how do you feel about this team up with Phil
I don't know why Big
and the
Show is-
I
casino?
want it to continue. I want
It feels
to
like
continue for as long as
Definitely not
possible
the correct,
for content's
It feels-
sake.
Yeah, it feels like they've been on vacation for like longer than 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I don't know if
They've
it's
been on
actually
vacation
been 3
for
weeks,
over a
though.
month.
That was
Yeah.
such a
Yeah.
stupid decision,
Alright,
though.
we're
It's like
almost
you
done with
built
Seattle.
up this
Yeah.
momentum.
Albuquerque,
You built
yeah.
up this
Done with
momentum,
Albuquerque.
and then you
Gotta
piss
split
it
the
all
party
away
again.
by just
This
going,
is
oh,
so
well,
grindy,
okay,
so
we don't want to do this
Right,
anymore,
it's
and then
so
suddenly all their
sick,
capos
though.
get doxxed,
Why do I have to do
and a
this?
guy gets
What
caught. It's like
benefit
the
is
every
grinding
single
through these
like
tours
permutation
boards
of
that
the
I'm
worst
never gonna
possible
use in the
outcome.
game?
Well, I
happened.
told them that was going to happen.
But the game is built
How
on
would I
it.
know
I'm
that?
doing this. This is so dumb.
And
You
like,
can't just take
granted,
that long off.
the detractors didn't even have to like do anything to get this fucking
Again?
pedophile guy to just like
it's
Come on.
step
Phil,
out in the
man.
open.
The curse of Phil.
Yeah, it's like, is this like a really kind of like convoluted plot, like where they fucked his distant relative or something? It's like, I don't
I have
know.
to do San Francisco, San Diego,
It's like
Albuquerque,
the
Denver.
tractor verse
Let's
is
get to
just like
another
it's
one of these
so.
with the part.
I'll have to settle
It's a
for
realm
this
of its
picture
own.
of Josh.
Grinding
Yeah, I
sticks.
mean, like
I'm just
if you
sad that
overestimated
Brian's
their
not coming back.
intelligence,
LTG, if you're
you
not
could
following
say
the
like
track,
it was a
Supercon.
controlled demolition, but they're reliant on like they don't do anything else. They need the money, so I don't know why they make such retarded decisions other than the fact they are retarded. That's about it.
A month is too long to take off. Like, it's just like that's
Exactly.
such a bad idea.
I'm like, all right.
I mean,
well,
if they were
what
like,
he
okay,
would
well,
do
we,
smart,
because
what he
they
would
have
do
this
is he would
cycle
talk
where
with
like
you,
they
talk
fill
with
up
me,
their
and you
bank
figure out a
account
way that
and then they
benefit
take a
him,
bunch of time
right?
off.
But
And
he
it's
just
just
feels
like,
he's gonna get nothing
I
out of it, and
understand,
that's why he doesn't
like,
wanna do it.
that's
So,
like a young
again,
person's
much like with
mentality,
Rich,
but like these
I
guys
can't
aren't
make
like
someone
20 years
do
old,
something
man.
that
Like
they
they
don't
need to
want to
keep
do for
grinding.
whatever
Like
reason.
take
What
2 days
He
off a
feels like
week or
there's no benefit
whatever.
to doing it.
YouTube is just like it's such a fickle thing too. It's like, I mean, you're not gonna keep that momentum up for like forever. Even though they're not streaming on YouTube, it's still
Yeah.
like they're doing promotion on YouTube, and it's like, I don't know. It just shows why you shouldn't put all your eggs in this basket. It's just such a foolish decision.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why they why they trusted Phil to like just or why they thought like their pay pigs would like go back to them after like donating to Phil for over a
Yeah,
month. It doesn't make any sense.
Phil's probably doing the parasocial thing better than Andy ever could. So it's like they're probably gonna stick with him.
You think
Fuck.
so?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Andy's sort of.
So you
cunning,
agree with
but, like,
exactly what I said, which is that King is the absolute king of grifting and will enrapture their pay pigs 50
Yeah.
times more than they'll ever be able to do it because Phil
Andy-
has been doing this
Andy's
for 15 years.
Andy's like shrewd in a business sense, but in a practical sense, he's like fully retarded. But Phil is just like
Well, Andy has the
he's a
act
good,
where
he's a
Andy
good
has.
40 IQ points above.
So I'll
Or-
describe.
I mean-
I'll describe to you Andy's superpower. Andy has plausible deniability because he comes off completely retarded.
Mm-hmm.
So he has.
Yeah, I mean he's always gonna have like his core Discord, but that's not enough money to live off
Yeah.
of.
Was that pay pig in the Discord? The pedo? Is he in,
there's
like,
there's a lot of things going that he was and that he had given a significant amount of money. The name looks actually familiar to me. It's ringing a bell.
What
That's
was it? I might recognize it.
CW0421. It's like
Oh.
ringing a bell for me. I've seen the
I've
name
never-
before.
It doesn't ring like
Like I've
Like
seen it
Medical
like as a pay
Masochist,
pig
it's not
name is what I mean. I've
Yeah.
seen it as a pay pig name. I have.
it's
I
not-
know I
it's
have.
not Slim Dong, Bling Bong, or Jub the Nub, or any of the other prolific.
Oh my
super
god!
chatters.
Please don't let it be Jump the Nub. I already got enough problems as
Jub
it
the
is.
Nub fucked off. He's gone. Unless he's like,
No, he's
Unless
still
he's under a
around.
new name,
He's
yeah.
in Phil's chat giving him money. Jump the Nub's still around.
oh yeah, right. Jesus.
I don't know if it's the original or if it's somebody else took the name, but he's still around.
Can you believe Sargoy? He put down his golden broom. Can you believe that?
Well, Sargoy's thing has always been that he always gets the broom, but he never uses it. But even Sargoy put down his broom. Yeah, he was done.
He swept me. He swept me on the night of the tomato spam. I was so disappointed.
He says that he didn't do that. It was their loyal Jannies. Basically, there was an insurrection that night where everybody loyal to us was literally thrown out, including all the old PPP Jannies. All of his old mods were all demodded that night and thrown out.
Yeah, that was back during his
Yeah.
tenure on the Daka Daka channel.
Well, that was the night of the burning casino, where the
The red
night of the
tomatoes.
the night of the tomatoes. Yes.
I wonder what the chat's gonna look like when they come back. They're probably like ginning up their mods hardcore. They're probably giving them like a pep talk in the Fuhrer bunker right now. They need them to be on like top performance. Because I guarantee you there's gonna be a lot of like spam in that chat.
I don't know. Do you think they're going to be coming back anytime soon? I don't
What
think they will
what
be.
even was the time window? They just like they didn't give a
I'm
like
going to
a
put that as a
concrete-
poll.
they
How
didn't give like a
long do
concrete
you think?
feedback by X date. Like they didn't. They should like do like a pinned tweet or something. They just
They
like do no promotion. They're so stupid.
They just said something about like at the end of September, at the start of October or something they were coming back, but that's gonna
End
be like
of October.
or I mean
Start of October. Yeah. I'm at least excited to see what retarded Halloween costumes they put on.
Well, what are they even going to cover? Like, they've been gone for so long, and this shit moves so quickly. Like, what are they going to, like, get... What,
They
what,
think
what are they
they're
gonna-
just going to
what are they gonna start
regurgitate
back on?
everything that's happened like it's brand new.
PPP right now is Cope. He's just like Cope retweeting all the Ricada A-log accounts. To kind
Yeah, I
of,
saw that video yesterday.
You think they just
It was
plan
all
to go
there.
right back to Ricada?
I bet, yeah.
I bet
It's
you
gonna be
there's
back to this.
major temptation for them to cover Ralph's appearance on my last show. I know that.
That's what I was gonna think. I was gonna say that, but I mean, it's like, it's like he's back on the wagon right now. I mean, at least from what you can tell. But
I think they're gonna choose a day, like maybe when like some new drama happens, because it always happens at least once a week. There's something that'll come up, and then they'll just choose to stream on that day.
like, what's there to cover on that stream besides Ralph just like he got really high and just like said he was gonna dox you because some guy talked him up into it. Because when you're that like fucked up, of course you're gonna be like suggestible to some like ESL guy just telling you, oh yeah, dox person.
I'm sure they'll scrape some AF content.
Well, everybody knows that Ashton does have my docs because we took a vow of brothership, blood pact, between the four of us that he broke to make money. And so he has my docs, but he has not released it. Now, at the end, he might be so angry at this point. At the end of this, he will. But he knows he said such fucked up shit about me over the years that he knows he so fucking deserves every last bit of this. Even though it's nothing, we're just pressing him because he's losing his mind about it. Because I think he actually feels guilty.
Old Ashton was like I enjoyed watching. I didn't like when he teamed up with Worski in the beginning. I thought it was okay, but Worski really annoys me, and
I can't watch it with Worski.
The first few streams they did with Worski was when they when he came to Surfer's house. Those were some good streams.
Yes, those were great.
But this is like totally missing any of that. Mostly because everybody was on drugs. But this is like it's just nothing.
Doesn't have any of the charm. It's just begging for money.
That was when like Worski actually acted like a clown, which he is. But like now he's trying to be serious, which doesn't work.
Yeah, he wants to be the serious one.
It's just like it's so long gone now. He should just bury the hatchet with Surfer, don't you think?
To be honest, I think Surfer pushed it too far from the jump. I will say that Surfer, as you well know, I was deeply involved in all of this, even back then. And I actually did some negotiations to try to get Ashton and Surfer talking again into, some resolution. But Surfer pushed it so far over the fucking bounds that I don't know. There was no resolution really that was going to happen. And every time that Ashton has tried to reach out to Surfer has... Ashton, like, freaks out. Like, everything has to be very private, except when it's him snaking you, it's fine. But anybody talks about anything private that he says, he loses his fucking mind. And the last time he reached out to Surfer to make up, Surfer basically showed everything on a live stream, so I don't think it's ever going to happen again, to be honest.
Probably not, no. It's just so rich that like everything that's happened since is like the genesis.
I like Surfer, but he did push it a little too far. I mean, Surfer, you didn't have to give every dirty secret that ever happened over the entire friendship.
Don Cherry. He did play Don Cherry very loudly while PPP was trying to sleep.
Oh, he used to do that all the time. You'd hear Don Cherry blasting in the background. Surfer like screaming about. It's just Surfer would be going nuts. And you hear like Don Cherry blasting.
There is one thing I wanted to know about. Can you explain to me, like, what's this thing about PPP's dad getting blacked? Can you explain that?
That's just nonsense. That's just nonsense. So years and years and years ago, what he blames Ralph for, right? So when PPP did his Starfish stream, the reason why everybody has his personal information is because he literally took his mail and showed it to everybody and told them his full name and everything and where to find all of his stuff. So I thought at the time it was possible that Ralph did this stuff. Because, you know, I mean, Ralph was literally watching it while it was live, so there was some evidence that he could have seen some of this stuff. Because Ashton was like losing his mind. Whatever was going on, there was like a mental break that happened that night. And he was showing his mail and he stripped naked, and as everybody knows, he spread his asshole. And I think he did that more than once. Now
what does this have to do with his dad getting black, though?
Well, it has everything to do with it, because immediately after that, on Cow, which is long forgotten now, it still exists, but is basically forgotten by everybody. On Cow, they posted his entire Facebook and all his family's Facebooks and stuff. So when they posted all the pictures of his father's Facebook, the father had a picture with just some black guy that I guess is his friend. And that's become Dad Got Blacked. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it.
I know the photo. Yeah, I know the photo. He's got like
it
his
just
arms
became
around
Dad
him.
Got Blacked. Now we have, you know, added that to songs and things, so I'm sure he blames us for that. But that was way before we ever did that. That was when I was friends with Ashton. That was already a meme that Dad Got Blacked.
Is that not as damning as the Ceasus uncle, though?
The Ceasus uncle. Well, that's Surfer with the Ceasus uncle.
That was Surfer saying that like PPP was putting nanobots in his yogurt or something, or like putting.
So
PPP's
I didn't.
relative in the next door
People say,
apartment.
yeah. So people say I fell in love with PPP because he showed his Starfish. No, that wasn't it. It was after I had discovered, because after PPP was thrown off Stream.me, he was actually streaming on YouTube all fucked up. And I was watching his channels, and he had all kinds of skits and videos on this channel that nobody had seen. There was like 5 views on these videos of... It was PPP completely unfiltered and doing skits. So there were like skits of him doing... He was Sargon's gay lover, secret gay lover. He had a skit like that. He had a skit... My favorite one was he was in the back of a car. In the back seat of a car. Just crying and losing his mind that the white man was going to be destroyed. And he was like crying and pulling his hair out. And he goes, "They're trying to tear us down. They're trying to tear us down. White men don't have anything anymore." And he was just screaming and he was really going crazy. And I was just like, okay, this guy, he's got it. He's got it. He's a star.
What time frame was that photo of him and Surfer wearing the suits? Was that around that time period? Or was that when they were selling
It's earlier.
Surfer?
That's got to be 2017.
Yeah, PPP was quite trim in that one compared to.
Well, he was thin. PPP. If you look on my Twitter, there is a
It's
picture.
so hard to believe that photo of him in the MAGA hat.
That's a
His head
real
is
picture.
so-
Okay, I'll show it on the stream.
I've seen it. It's like so striking, the difference. He's like barely even resembling a human now.
Well, he's out of school.
Thank you for watching
At least
this
in
clip.
school, they made him run a bit.
Thank you for
Fuck.
Listen, would you make PPP do private mukbangs for you?
No. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the picture. No, I never made him. Now, being in a call with PPP was like your own private mukbang. So,
Well, tell the bag of chips story.
what
But
bag
you
of
never
chips there?
requested him eat a certain thing, like, oh, I really want you to eat this
No.
artichoke spinach dip.
Oh, like you needed to request that he eat. So this is a real picture. This is really Ashton. He
That's
really was
so
thin
freakish.
for a time.
He
He
looks
was
like his
fat all his
dad.
life, and he was thin for a year.
Fuck, if he had a labor job and he just kept working that, he'd
And
be
so-
like, he'd be built, right? Like,
He's thinner. Doesn't he blame it all on his torn ACL though?
Yeah, so he had worked so hard to lose all of this weight after high school when he was in college. And then supposedly he tore his ACL. But never got an
He
operation or
also-
anything to fix the ACL.
Yeah, well, he said he was in like triage
That-
for like.
That sounds like a lie,
like a-
dude. Like, an ACL's a common wrestling injury, so he's probably just, like, pretending.
Well, he
Just so he
could
can
have
have an
hurt. I
excuse
mean,
to be
he's so massive that he could have hurt his ACL. And
He also
Canadian
swore up
healthcare
and
is kind of
down.
bizarre. I have
Yeah, well,
heard
he
stories.
said he was in like triage for like 10 hours or something. Like
Yeah.
that.
So
I mean,
he
he
said
probably
he gained
did
all the
it.
weight back after that.
he probably did hurt himself, and that just kind of like set him back. You know what I mean? Like it just took the ambition out of him, and he just stopped working out or stopped.
And he
getting in
never
shape.
had the ambition to begin with.
Could
He's
be,
fat-
yeah.
He's a fat, lazy piece of shit.
Oh,
Yeah, the
well,
person he
clearly
is
he had
today-
some kind of ambition because look at how thin he is.
The person he is today, like, shows he has no ambition or any willpower at all.
He
probably
felt
lost
dancing.
it somewhere
Surfer,
along
call
the way.
in.
I've seen truck drivers.
It
that
was
are
the
way less-
MCL and not the ACL. Surfer,
He's,
call in.
like, he's thinner than Croc ever was in that photo, too.
Well, Croc is fat.
Well, Croc, relative to PPP,
Croc
mean,
is
like-
pretty fat.
Hey, Croc is
relative
the guy
to
that.
PPP,
Croc is
like,
expanding right with PPP. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, he's looking
Didn't
pretty.
PPP diddle him? I heard about
No.
that. He was diddling his brother.
No, don't say
I've heard
stuff
that
like that.
story too, but that's not.
I don't
true,
know, man. I heard it on the internet. You're gonna tell me the internet lies to me?
I know that voice. Who is that?
It's SMG. isn't it?
Oh, it's still a Mexican guy. I was gonna say I know this voice. I recognize this voice.
Yeah. I
SMG,
have
did
a
you
line-
get banned from Twitter? What the fuck?
Yeah, I got banned because I said I'd fuck a fat chick. Apparently, that's violence.
Oh.
Somebody posted a picture of a fat chick, and I said, "Yeah, I'd fuck her." And bam, I got hit with the ban hammer. I guess like I can't like fat chicks.
Well, you got
That's bullshit.
problems, SMG.
Was it
I
like
don't
a
know, man.
Scarground? This
Hey,
wasn't like
I'm
a
Mexican,
Scarground. It
dude.
wasn't
It's in
even
my
racist
DNA to love
story.
fat women. Okay, I fuck the fat women so the white guys don't have to. Praise me for my service.
Hey, Coach Red Pill told a story about how he fucked a fat bitch once. So I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
it
you
was
gotta
like
my
be
fucking
hero.
jelly. He said it was like
He was
fucking some
swimming
jelly.
around in a sea. It was.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
fucking a waterbed. Yeah.
Yeah, like a waterbed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Persip, have you seen the memorial to him?
Memorial
The
to?
memor- Yeah, there's like they put a sign up or something to him, a memoriam of him in Russia.
In Russia.
Yeah.
They got-
Yes, I've seen the memorial. I showed that
on.
on stream. I showed the
It's not
memorial.
it's not like a full blown like cast iron statue like it
No,
should
it's
be,
just
but
a little
it's
sign.
not.
It's like a little info
If
sign.
Coach gets a memorial, it should be like the Tomb of the Silent Soldier, or whatever it's called. The
Hold
Tomb
on,
of the
let me
Unknown
see if
Soldier.
I gotta put this in Gonzalo.
Persip, when are you gonna drop the Brian DMs?
The Brian DM. What about the Brian DMs?
Are you ever gonna drop them? I need that. I need Brian to suffer.
I've been
What?
seeing.
No, SMG.
SMG,
Why do
yeah, I've
you
been
hate
seeing on-
Brian?
Yeah, I've been seeing on your channel you've been like feuding with Brian. Why is that?
Yeah,
the
like
case?
Oh,
why
I
are
just got-
you
I got-
fighting with Brian?
Okay, so I was fucking with Brian, asking him who the hell would pay him to stream, And then for some reason that made him say I was unhinged and he blocked me. So I started fucking around being like, you don't want to go to war, nigga. He just kept talking shit. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to keep it going. So now I have declared full
that's
war
how
on Brian.
Oh
and
my
I'm going to his house in Lansing, Michigan, and I'm going to fight him in his front lawn.
Oh
and there's
my
nothing he can do about
god.
it.
Give
I
it
know
a
where
break.
Brian lives. I have an
You need to
18
do it. You
Don't
need-
say
you need
that
to
on
do
my
it.
stream. You're not going to do anything to Brian.
Don't go to Brian's
Oh,
house. Go to Jim's
You
house.
just know
Go
the
to
extent
Jim's
of which
house.
I'll do this.
No,
Dude,
you're not
that
going to
was
do
Jim's
anything
driveway.
to Brian. Don't say that on my
I
stream.
can get my rig a load to Lansing, Michigan, and get paid to go fuck with Brian.
No, do it to Jim.
You don't know that Brian's in Lansing, Michigan.
should do-
He's
do
in
it,
the Brian
he-
universe.
He told me he lives. He sent
He's
me
in
his
the Brian
address.
zone. Brian zone defies time.
No, I didn't. You motherfucking liar! I never sent you my address. You found it. You stalked my fucking Facebook. You piece of shit. You stalking piece of shit. I never sent anybody my address. What are you trying to say?
I have his PlayStation Network ID. I have all that shit. I've
Person,
been
don't
like
you-
6
I
years.
never told anybody where I live. You fucking stalking piece of shit. I knew person was giving out my address. I told you. Everybody's
Don't you make the
stalking
ID
me. The
screen?
people pretend to be family members on Facebook.
Don't
I
you
never
make
gave
the
my
ID
address to
screen?
anybody.
I'm currently in a server where I have.
I need to
4
protect
guys,
my family. What are you
his
doing?
friends, and we're gonna make sure to get her nudes, and we're gonna spread them everywhere.
Oh, don't say shit like that on my stream. Come on. Have some decorum.
Well, you're not doing it. We're doing it. And
Oh,
and
shut up.
I hate
Don't
lying
have
to
some
people.
decorum, please. You're not going to
I'm
do
Mexican,
anything to
dude. That
Brian.
doesn't apply to me.
You're not going to do anything to Brian.
I have
Brian's
a
gonna
cartel
DM you
mentality.
saying-
You have no
Brian's
idea
doing
what
enough things to himself in his mind for somebody to actually do anything to him, okay?
Bro, like, I'm telling you, his wife hates it. Wait until we get all these DMs compiled from the dudes that are hitting on her on Facebook. It was easy
Who?
as hell.
Who?
Huh?
What are you
I
talking
can't
about?
reveal my sources, bro. I'm telling you.
No,
we're
but what are
doing
you-
a full-fledged AI on Brian.
You're saying people are flirting with Brian's wife on Facebook? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, and like we're getting her, we're easing it. Her sending nudes, like she's all flirting, calling.
Oh
everyone
my
baby and
god.
that.
Come on, bro. Don't be saying all this crazy stuff. You're gonna
It's
involve me
true.
with this stuff?
And no, you have nothing to do with it. This is
Don't do that. Don't leave Brian alone. Trust me,
This
we'll
is
do.
Operation
Trust me, we've
Homewrecker.
already done enough evil stuff to Brian. You don't need to do anything to Brian.
Operation Homewrecker. We're gonna do it, bro. It's
You
gonna
have no
happen.
dog. You have no dog in this. Come on, don't be crazy.
Yes, I do. He blocked me. That's
He blocked me. Calm the fuck down. You're not gonna do any of that stuff. Calm down. Calm the fuck down.
Well, so here's the question: am I fucking with
Because
you?
Brian
Am I
will
being
really
serious?
believe
You
this.
can't be told.
Listen to me. After we get off of this, I'm gonna get a call from Brian. He's gonna be like, "You motherfucker! You've been sending people to my Facebook. They're trying to get my fucking wife and kids. You piece of shit! You're trying to ruin me, get me killed. I'll never forgive you for this person. Never." Never
His
gonna
wife
have your
and
head.
kids-
I'm gonna fucking cut your fingernails off and feed them to you and fucking stab your insides. I mean,
What's
he'll
the-
just
did
go
he-
crazy. I don't want to deal with this.
Did he
You're not
ever
gonna do
do
anything to Brian.
It has to.
No, you're not
Did he
gonna
ever
do
the
anything to
thought
Brian.
trap to you?
All right,
Did
well,
he-
we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. The traffic's getting heavy here. You can have this.
Okay,
He's literally doing the
Brian
Brian
moment.
thing.
we just had a Brian moment. He's not
It
gonna
would
do.
be.
Don't do anything to. I do not encourage anyone to do anything to Brian. Trust me.
He's
Brian,
gonna
just.
tell you that the chief of staff put you up to this.
Oh,
The chief of staff put
People,
SMG up
Brian
to this.
doesn't. Brian thinks that Shamu is the chief of staff, and that I'm Shamu. I'm So Shaggy. I'm all of these characters. Okay. He gets all confused. Just leave Brian alone.
I feel bad because it's like it's really the same kind of like tapestry that Gator is woven. Where he says that, like, I don't know, So Shaggy was like Cow Polly and all these other people. Does that make sense? It's like
Yeah.
it's sector psychosis.
I didn't even bring up Brian.
Yeah, Brian's better at coming up with content in his
I
own
want
mind
this for the
and, like,
record.
pretending it's
I
true.
never
I
brought
miss-
up Brian.
I miss the Scuffed Kumite streams because it was like pockets of the Brian zone, like manifesting
Yes.
into reality. We're like this mythical land of like crazy Discord wars. Like, remember the witch?
Yes.
The Discord witch you brought up?
We
It's
were
like- it's like-
hiring,
it's like-
we had to do a counter curse. We hired a witch doctor on Fiverr to sacrifice an animal.
It's like a
She summoned an
Yeah, it's
entity
like
upon
really-
us
like
through
really
Discord.
like a fable.
It'd be funny if he tied in like those dogs he supposedly killed with that witch, but that's too far gone.
Wow. I don't
Did
encourage
he ever?
nobody.
Wait.
I don't encourage anyone to mess with. I love Bri. Even though he's crazy and he tortures me, and he's gonna call me after this stream, and I'm gonna get a fucking earful.
Did he? Didn't he ever like threaten to put you?
Now
in,
that
like,
I've
a soft
unblocked
box?
him?
Is that real?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's 100% real.
When was that?
About
Is that, like,
100
old?
times.
Oh Jesus!
I like when he would fire up. I like when he'd fire up those like live streams on his way to work, and he'd go into the gas station and get like a fucked up, like he'd get like a hamburger.
Well, you
for
have to
breakfast.
understand, when I first met Brian, Brian thought I was obsessed with. I had, Brian would constantly spurg out in his own thread every day. So, like, I would make comments to Brian in his own thread. So, therefore, I was a stalker who was swatting his house and trying to take his children away. And so that was one of my first interactions with Brian, was him just stopping the entire phone call and screaming to have me removed because I was a stalker and I was trying to kill him. You have to understand the the relationship with Brian. And I laughed. I laughed so hard. I almost busted a lung. I was laughing so hard. And then after that went on for months, and I refused to even acknowledge Brian, that there was anything really going on. I was just like, Brian, you're crazy, man. Like, there's nothing happening. You're posting in your own thread. What do you want from me? So I made some comments that you were in love with Fred Fox. Okay, you are in love with Fred Fox. I still believe that to this day, that he was in love with Fred Fox. Okay?
Fred Fox is gone. He's long gone.
I think he's in love with
Fred is,
anyone who gives him a
Fred is whopping not forgotten. He's still obsessed with me. He wrote my thread. He's stalking
Yeah, I
me.
mean, like, I think he's in love with anyone who gives him attention. I mean, isn't that why he like still hangs out with the people who supposedly sent him CP and pipe bombs? Is that,
Well, this is the
like, they
thing.
actually
The thing
interact
with
with him?
Brian is, this is the reality with Brian. Brian will be like, I want to fight you to the death. Come to my house. Here's my address. And then Brian, 12 hours later, will be like, I don't know. Yeah, we need the X-Files theme, because now we're in the Brian zone. Okay. So this is what Brian does. He like lures them in. He finds like the most mentally ill people, like Stone Mexican guy. He finds them in a Discord, okay? And he goes, I'm gonna fucking kill you! You're stalking me, bitch! And they go, okay, Brian, I'm gonna stalk you now. Okay, here's my address and my Instagram and my Facebook. You ain't gonna do shit. And then, of course, they do stuff, and then Brian goes, I don't understand how they got my address or my Facebook or any of this stuff. They're trying to kill me. I didn't do anything. I'm an innocent man. And the cycle repeats over and over and over. And that's
I've
it.
been in these calls with Brian where he'd be in a call with like 6 other people, and of course like Impreza would be recording it.
Of
And
course.
there'd be like 3 people in there who just like give him no respect. It's like, why even spend your time in there? It's like these like trannies that are just like threatening to dox you and shit. And Dark Ninja.
Freedom of speech, bitch! Freedom of speech! I gotta be able to say what I want to say. Nobody's gonna shut me out. What are you trying to do? Trying to shut me up, you piece of shit?
why even spend your time with these people? It's just like just odious. They don't deserve any respect.
Oh, they gotta hear
Oh,
about
yeah.
freedom of speech. I gotta have people to talk to. What do you
What do you
mean?
What do you think about that Twitter account? Do you think that's really him?
Yes. Oh, it's 100%
The
Brian.
Yeah, the posting manner does really.
It's
is quite
Brian. The account is obsessed with Shaggy,
Because
me.
he posts. I remember during like.
It's obsessed with TXT. Nobody even knows who TXT is. It's obsessed with TXT.
Yeah.
It's obsessed with Dark Ninja. Okay, it's Brian. Okay,
Smiling Bandit,
there's
like,
no doubt that
all
it's
these
Brian.
sort
He
of,
hates
like,
that I say
yeah.
it's him, but it's you, Brian. It's
All
obsessed
these,
with
like-
Dark Ninja and me and
if it's
TXT.
not Brian, if it's not Brian, it's at least somebody who's like in the same circles as Brian.
Yeah,
who knows the
No,
SOK
it's Brian. It's
lore,
Brian.
Who's also
and
who's also
it's also
knows
filled
about
with-
Gamergate. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah. It's filled
Yeah,
with a bunch of
Gamergate.
like, conservative boomer memes.
Yes.
his name is Gamers and Guys.
Every single name that account has changed to is a reference to Gamergate. It's Brian. It's Brian 100%. There's no like ifs, ands, or buts. There's no plausible deniability. It's absolutely
Well, I
Brian.
remember during his time on Twitter during like September of last
The
year or
voice of the
something when he was
cult.
still when he was still under the King of Pole name on Twitter, he'd like repost all these like alt-light accounts or like these conservatory like MAGA grifter accounts, and he does like the same thing. So I mean, it's mostly.
Did Brian just expose himself on a sock in the chat? Bri, naughty, bri. Yeah.
Do you think that Praying Mantis account is really Dino?
Naughty, Praying Mantis is Daimo. That's what
You think
Surfer
so?
says. But Surfer also believes that one account is Godwinson. It's 100% not.
I missed Dino
Willie
because his
McDuff or
last
whatever.
few streams were really good.
Yeah, what happened to
Right.
Smoke Spick? The figment of my imagination. Stop posting in the chat. Godwinson's going to make a return. We're going to try to do more regular content. We've decided.
Well,
What do you think?
Smoke disappeared because of your
And we're
delirium.
looking
Laura.
for motivation. That's why we opened up the graft. We said, well,
Well, you-
if we actually make some money doing this, maybe we'll be more
Is
motivated.
this like the lemon? Is this like the Lemon Heist too?
The
Where he
lemon
totally
heist.
breaks his principles.
Well, believe it or not, a lot of the the Godwinson's portion of the lemon heist money went to Ralph. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, the D Live money is just like so meager. It's just like a pittance, really. I remember like PvP used it to buy like Nintendo Switch games or something.
Yes, he did.
How much did you haul in on the lemon heist, anyways? I forgot.
That was great. You guys got like crowd. You got fucking You got Mundane Matt.
Well, that's when we all met.
You got, like, all
That
these
was the
people,
formation of the group.
Yeah, right.
The
Right. That's
Lemon
like that's the first stream I remember you and Squire on.
Yes. Well, that's when we
Was
first all
Brian-
met. That's the first time we all
Was
met.
it? Yeah, Brian wasn't a part of the fold yet, was he?
I'm not sure, honestly. I think he was basically yes. You know, Godwinson has known Brian for a long time, so.
Yeah, I remember like a stream from a really long time ago, back when like Britbong called in or something, and who was one of those BYBS guys was there too. Have you seen the BYBS guy started streaming again?
Backyard Blood Sports?
Yeah, shit. What was H? The guy with an H in his name. I'm trying to remember. Joaquin wasn't there, but they started streaming. They did a stream like the night after
Ooh,
the Trump
Half?
assassination attempt.
Are you talking about Half?
No, Hef is an ear juice guy. No.
It's not Hemi, right?
Diogenes.
Leo Pirate?
No, Diogenes.
Diogenes, yeah.
Yeah, he did a stream
Empty
with,
Hero?
with ANCAP. I don't think was Empty Hero BYBS. I don't remember him, but I remember it was Diogenes and ANCAP were on the stream like the night after the Trump assassination attempt, but they didn't really try streaming again. So
Is
I just thought it was
Joakim really
interesting.
Cliff? Is Cliff?
That's
Did Cliff
a-
magically appear?
That's a conspiracy theory I've heard.
Did Cliff?
What's up?
Is Cliff gonna appear? Cliff? Joaquim is back.
He might send you his balls. This time.
Underwater
He might
Alex
send Brian
Jones,
his balls.
yeah. There's a lot of classic characters from back then. As you know, Brian was part of the Anime Mafia. I got big connections there. No one does a promo like Rafa, that's true. So let's see what the poll says. Let's ask the callers. How long do you think the Kino Casino will stay on vacation? We have 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, and they're just never going to return. And never is an option for never returning.
A week from now.
At least,
around a week.
at least like maybe like late September. I just really want to see what stupid costumes they do for Kino Wing.
I'm going to be very
So
I'm going to be very conservative. I'm going to say like at least they might make it till like Thanksgiving.
I don't think they'll start streaming until the end of October, to be honest.
Really?
It's looking that way. I don't see
even
any
think-
evidence that they're getting ready to start back up.
I don't see PPP doing any like impromptu phone streams either, because I'm sure that privilege.
He's
has
not
been
allowed
revoked.
to. Andy won't let him do that.
Yeah, ever since the boxed wine incident.
They got to be running low on money though. Like it's been
No,
like a month
Worski
of-
literally gets mad.
spending.
When he does a solo stream, Worski gets mad.
Yeah, it's only Worski who can do the solo streams.
Yeah.
And those are the
fucking-
worst. I see
Those car streams, I wish he did the car streams more, because it's like I could see like a detractor community just like forming around just that alone.
Well,
It was
he
so
did this
bizarre.
one stream, and I think this was like him and PPP. I think they were maybe like fighting, but they kept it together. And
Yeah.
he went off and he did his own solo stream with a bunch of his like Discord friends, and it was the worst fucking AIDS shit ever, man.
Yeah, that was the first time I heard the Clip Channel guy. He was
Oh,
some
man.
Irish dude.
Well, what if like a
I'm
deranged
surprised Kyler's
tries
still a
to
part of the
T-bone
picture.
his car, or his mom's car, I guess.
So everybody shits on my Brian impression is the impression that we do all the time. Okay? That is the impression of Brian that we do. And it's gotten more deranged as time is more gay and deranged as time has gone on.
Isn't it supposed to be bad on purpose?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a bad impression on purpose, but it's supposed to capture the essence of what is Brian.
Well, it's like the Brian Zone is like a place of like magical realism, so it's like it can be whatever you want it to be.
Yes.
So it's like, if you do the Brian impression enough, Brian might actually start sounding like
Fuck
that.
your Brian impression. Nobody likes the Brian impression!
Like, if you do Brian in like a German accent, Brian might actually change his accent to fit that mold.
Yeah.
I like the Brian
Zone is
impression.
It's like the ebb and flow of it is just like ever changing.
It's not... the reality is, I used to do this voice... I don't know who started the voice. I don't know if I started the voice or Godwinson started the voice at this point. I'm not really even sure anymore. I don't know which one of us started this voice.
It's kind of like the
It's taken on a life of its own.
It's like a permutation of the voice from that call he did where he was screaming.
The reality is Godwinson's impression and my impression get closer together because we're constantly doing it at each other. Just privately. That's how you know. I mean, it's taken on a life of its own.
Yeah,
And
the
it's
first time
become
I
more
heard
and more
it was
similar.
Cognizant, but I think maybe he did it first, and like you guys have just been going back and forth.
Oh, it's been
like,
years that we've been doing it. Because we used to do it. I used to do it to Brian all the time, and he used to lose his mind. That's how it really started.
Oh, really? You've been doing it for that long? I thought it was just like.
Oh yeah,
when-
yeah. It's been like 4 years I've been doing that voice.
Okay.
Every time Brian would get out of control, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you, you son of a bitch!" I would do it to him, and Brian. That's the only thing that makes Brian shut up. When he hears the impression of himself, he gets so angry and quiet. He goes, "I don't sound like that. You piece of shit. You're trying to say I'm a gay man." But it gets
Yeah,
more
you
and
may
more
have
gay
started
just to annoy him. You know.
Hey, Persip, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think the Kino Casino, you know how they like, ironically are like, oh, we love the Jews. Do you honestly think that that's ironic, or do you think like they're getting some money from some Jewish donors to like watch shit like, what was it, the Jewish Hammer? Like they
Isn't
literally
that Gabe Hoffman?
Gabe
Yeah.
watched
Hoffman.
that whole fucking movie.
Yeah, there's
and
something
then-
bizarre. There's
there's-
something real bizarre going on over there. They're very tied. They were going to go on BPF's platform. He had like
Yeah.
what was it, comfy.tv instead of cozy?
Comfy.tv.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some
And then
weird Jew.
There was like a period where Andy went on vacation too, and he filled in. BPF filled in for Tartsky
Yeah,
in the
bizarre.
co-host position.
Was bizarre.
there's some
All of a
weird
sudden,
shit.
BPF is like all on these mainstream shows.
Do you
There's
see a
something very
future-
odd going on there.
Do you see a future where Gabe Hoffman provides them their own proprietary streaming platform?
Sure, I see. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
What I
Kino
what
Casino
I
But
Dot
understand-
Zombies,
unfortunately,
something
the
like that.
curse of
Giving them
the
money.
curse of DSP has torn all of that work down.
Do you
It's-
think the curse of DSP could circle all the way back to Gabe Hoffman?
Oh yeah, the curse of DSP is all powerful. I told you this is forces of nature that are not controllable. It's DSP,
I
and
believe
he just made money. We've been missing it, but I've been watching it in the background, and he's made $168, and he blew $100 of the dollars on a mega pull, but we missed it all.
I believe this could all lead back to Gabe Hoffman, then to Milo, then to Trump, and then Gamergate 3 happens.
Well, Gamergate, Trump did tweet out Gamergate. The 10-year
He did?
plan, Sargon's 10-year plan did come to fruition. So
Well, of
What
course it does.
value does Gabe get from financing these two idiots? I still don't understand that.
I don't.
Because-
I have a feeling there are some feds involved. Let's say that much. I really do. There's just something so bad, so weird about Andrew Wilson and his platform and that
Yeah.
comfy thing and getting involved with the casino, and he made for them their own donation platform like Dono Chat.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's all
did
very,
that,
very
like,
suspect.
like
It's
college
all gonna
stuff.
fall on its head. It's all so suspect and weird.
Well, it's just like all this alt media shit is fucking like
It's
There's
all
feds all
fed
over.
honeypot. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all fed
like
honeypot.
the Telegram shit. They're like, oh, now we're like subpoenaing the fucking Telegram shit.
Of
People
course.
have phone numbers tied to it and shit. It's holy fuck. I'm glad I never signed up for that.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
like Telegram at all.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
here. So
When they ask for
Good to
a
go.
phone number, and people are like, oh, you could just use like a burner number. And it's like, no, I don't want to give companies my fucking phone number. Fuck off.
Yeah, I was not a big. I had to use it for Ralph, but it worked like crap. And there was a lot of stuff that was like pure honeypot. It just felt like a giant Fed platform, where it's like, oh, it's real secret and nobody can. Everything is what is it called?
Show me pictures of your gun collection.
Yeah, show me pictures of your gun collection. Everything's
What,
encrypted.
encrypted?
Yeah, everything's encrypted. All your personal messages are encrypted. Just give us your phone number. Okay.
it seems too good to be true.
Yeah, it's just nonsense.
Yeah, they don't even let you use like Google Voice numbers. You have to use like a real phone.
Well, I got by on a Google Voice number.
Yeah, like in,
Oh, really?
in my opinion,
Yeah, I did.
I think
I wasn't
Okay.
giving it my real phone number. You crazy?
I mean, like,
Do you know
I
if
tried
you
using
give
what-
Telegram, I will warning. Okay, warning, because it doesn't tell you this. If you give your real number to Telegram, Telegram will notify anybody in your contact list that you
Yes.
have signed up for Telegram.
Whoa,
If they
no.
have
I
it.
know that happens. I know that
Yeah,
happens.
like
I've
I
seen
gave
that
up
happen.
after they didn't let me use the Google Voice, so I'm good.
I'm telling you right now.
I've
You
seen that
will-
happen, yes.
Yeah,
I've
it
seen that
happens
happen with
to
some of my
everybody who
boomer
signs up
relatives.
for it.
It's just
I've seen that happen with
your
some of my
family
boomer
that
relatives,
you're-
and I tell them, it's like, no, you're doing it wrong.
If they're on
Don't do that.
Telegram and they're on your contact list, yes, they are alerted that you're on Telegram.
Whoa,
It's
man.
insane. It's supposed to be a private platform.
That's like the opposite of private.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like tell your family that you're into like some
yes.
weird.
Tell everybody in my
shit,
contact
you know?
list I'm on
That's
Telegram.
what Facebook does, and it's like, meanwhile, you find your dad is into like this QAnon shit.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Well, I mean the QAnon shit, like that's soft, like compared to like some of the shit on like Telegram. I'm sure it
That's a
is,
good
right?
picture.
Yeah.
Brian. Brian's Puerto Rican too, man. You think you have the Latinx advantage, but Brian's Puerto Rican. He'll take you out.
By later.
I'm interested because this gives us all a nice diversion away from Gator, so it gives us a lot of time for him to feel very secure with himself and just kind
Oh,
of.
I can't wait till Gator goes to another
Yeah.
convention. That's my Christmas.
I hope Alex Rosen turns up at one of those. I hope we get like Predator Poachers at the VTuber convention. Then we get some real content.
Yeah, well, then everybody's getting arrested. Because
Yeah,
it is
they'd
a
have to
real
load 'em
freak
all.
show.
They'd have to load them all into like a train or
Yeah,
something.
they
Take
need
them somewhere. Take
a lot
'em
of paddy
somewhere.
wagons. They need like a dozen buses to ship them all out. She's actually 12,000 years old, officer. My
Yeah, that's not
waifu.
gonna hold up in court.
I'm only 35, but she's 12,000. Is she a pedophile, officer?
It's so bizarre though. Do you think that like the casino is like sort of inadvertently attracted a pedophile audience because they've also kind of catered to the gym crowd, or do you just think that happens that just because like as of
I
course
don't
as you
actually
know,
think they're guilty of it. We're just shoving it in their face
yeah,
because
yeah,
they've
I'm of
literally
that same-
called
I'm of-
everybody a fucking pedo. I mean,
yeah,
literally
I'm
through
of
the
the
list.
same mind on that. I just think that is like as much as you narrow down the like list of like really obscure internet people, the closer you're gonna get to like some people who are into like some really weird shit.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean? It's like
I know Jim's
yeah.
fans for instance, like if you were to take an average like 100 of his fans, more of them are
Yes.
going to be pedophiles than like people that are on like a workout forum.
Yeah, well.
You know what I mean? Like, so like per capita, yeah, Jim has probably a bunch in his audience, like a lot more than like even let's say someone like Joshua Connor Moon, right? It's just he's into the anime shit. The anime shit's like more adjacent to that stuff. It's just is what it is, right? And Jim giving Kino Casino his endorsement, it's gonna just there's overlap now. So I mean, yeah, they've took in some of that shit into their audience, which wasn't there when PPP was doing his cell phone streams. And Andy Worski, I don't know, his Discord shenanigans. I don't know, that stuff seems a little suspect too. So
Yeah, well, Andy Worski is interested in real girls.
Well, before this, Andy
I
was
bet he
doing
is.
OnlyFans reviews, so he's got like a really sick, perverted audience to begin with.
We
You know what I
hope
mean?
so.
It's
We
like
hope so.
It's always been there.
yeah, Andy does like the parasocial shit, so that's like there's a lot more weirdos that are like looking for that kind
I
of
wonder, I wonder how far gone Snacks is from the picture and all this. She seems like a distant memory.
I don't
think.
know. That was never anybody's. I don't. Who knows with any of that? That was one of the things where Surfer went overboard. That was one of the things. Don't know anything about
It
Snacks.
didn't really yield much in the long term, unfortunately.
I hope he has a girlfriend. I hope there's something holding him down to reality, but I'm really afraid after watching that video where it looks like he's like Britney. He's cut his own, he literally shaved his own head and done a fucking YouTube video. Because you could literally see he had like the big Jew fro, in the video before, and his hair looks so fucked up. Like he just took like a buzzer to it haphazard. One side of the head is like shaved to the scalp. There's like no hair. One side is done normal. He's got like bangs that he looks like he cut with a scissor or a buzzer. I don't know what is going on there. It's unfortunate looking.
I doubt he has anyone, but I think that's why he's kind of like sympathetic. It's like the most minimum degree with like that guy EDP. It's like we're both fat. We're both probably involved with pedophilia to some degree.
Yeah.
The EDP thing was a trip. I used to see that motherfucker around Bakersfield all the time.
The EDP stuff was disturbing because he basically admitted it was true. So.
No, yeah, I'm telling you, before that shit happened, like, I didn't even know he was an internet guy. You used to always see him at the fucking Wingstop in Bakersfield off of Gosford Road. I lived in the same town as him.
Well, don't dox yourself, Stone Mexican guy.
I live in Bakersfield, California, 1000 Princeton Avenue.
Oh my god.
Brian, I'm waiting for you, buddy. 1000 Princeton Avenue, Bakersfield, California, east side, by the pubs.
Leave Brian alone.
Right. This isn't going to be like a Brian.
Brian has enough enemies.
You're going to get like sniffing dogs sent to your house, are you?
I don't. I live in a house. I live in an apartment.
Brian's not going to do anything. Brian doesn't even know what's going on.
I know, he's a pussy. Anyway.
They can't dox SMG anyway because he's always on the move.
Yeah, I basically live in this truck, dude. I don't care.
So,
that's
all
like
right.
Brian when he did his streams.
So I'm going to close out this poll. We have the winner is 47% with a month that they'll stay on vacation for another month, but they will eventually have to come back because they're going to run out of money.
Okay,
yeah, that's the driving force.
I have no question real quick. Like, they don't live together anymore because, like, they don't like living together because they both smell for whatever reason. So, did Worski move back in with his dad and freaking DDP lives with his
It was
boyfriend or his brother
implied he was moving in with the girlfriend, but I honestly think there was a weird domestic that happened, like with Surfer, but they covered it all out, and then they moved to different places. Because there was a weird break there.
Yeah, we saw it when Worski choked him out.
No, it was it was after that though. It was after that.
It was when Worski did that like impromptu kick stream by himself and his Discord buddies.
Yeah.
Those were weird.
Yeah.
It was like 8 months ago, right? 7 months ago? 8 months ago?
Something like that.
It was at the beginning of this year, I feel like. The end of either 2023 or the beginning of this year is when it happened.
They coped it away. They swept it up by saying that living together was always supposed to be temporary anyway, but that's just like such a bizarre
Well,
excuse.
that's true. I mean,
yeah,
they were making
who would
enough
want to
money where
live
they
with
could
Worski, though?
live on their own.
Who would?
In your
it's like
30s, you're going to be
That's
living with
scary.
Worski?
Yeah, it's like we've seen Miami. We've seen how that goes down. It's like, holy fuck.
Do you guys remember the old Worski Live Discord server? Were any of you around back then?
I wasn't in the
Yes,
server.
vaguely. I do actually remember it.
Remember all the sick hentai and lolicon shit they used to post in there?
Not really.
I remember
Yeah, dude,
Andy would get like sent that shit mid-stream.
Oh, you know
It's
what
a general
Discord server I'm thinking of? He had one with Geek Thulu. Where he
this
was
is
starting the
before-
cult. That was the one I was in. I never had Discord
This is the one.
before
This is the
COVID.
Worski Live server. The one when
Well,
he was
before
still with Chris
2019.
Worski.
Was he with JF at that point, or
No, this was like
before?
pre-GAF.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
Like,
doesn't surprise me.
they used to share a lot of sick fucking porn in there.
Well, Andy
Yeah,
was always a coomer. He always was into
Yeah.
sharing
Well, I
porn.
know, but what
I
I'm trying to
wasn't-
get at is like he's always had that kind of audience. That's why the pedo
Yeah.
casino thing
Well,
was
he
so
used to
bright.
Yeah,
say
I
he
wasn't-
wanted to legalize lolicon and stuff.
Yeah.
But we
wasn't,
have those
in-
clips. We played them.
I wasn't around in servers back then, but I do remember him having that reputation.
Well, he would just
Oh,
say
yeah.
whatever because he's a retarded cokehead. He
Yeah.
would just say whatever.
Well, I remember he was like praising like the virtual reality porn he used to like
Yeah.
watch on JF stream.
That was,
Oh
that was
yeah, he
crazy.
said he had like 600 gigs of it or something.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
always
don't-
his
I don't-
thing. He was a retarded coomer. was always
And
his
First,
bit.
do you think JF is innocent? Do you think he's
I think
exonerated?
he's fully innocent. I think his potato just went out to the woods to rot.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
It's
I
gotten
just think
more
that's
and more
really-
suspicious as he has described the murder, basically, in his tweets.
Well, I
While
just think
ranting.
that
Bro.
really
You-
comes off that way
Yeah,
because
his
he's like
tweets
a
are
French
basically the
autist.
O.J. Simpson if I did it.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro,
it's
he
like
did this
my
tweet-
wife,
no,
she was a potato, and she was holding onto the door, screaming, saying she would not leave. She was
Oh
a
yeah, I saw
crazy.
that, yeah.
You know,
he did
it's like-
this, he
Uh,
did this
he just-
tweet.
It's like
not long
JF,
ago.
you know. I don't know if you should
What
be
if-
saying this.
What if JF writes his own Wilshire Boulevard, but it's all just of how he killed his wife and got away with it?
I would buy it.
Everybody would buy that.
Yeah, I would buy it.
The fool
but, I
keeps
mean,
teasing that he's trying to get
It's
somebody
called-
into like the Chilean National Archives to get the
JF
Sequesta movie.
JF's book will be called He Who Mashes the Potato.
What was
You
that
know
about?
that- You know, when we finally get Wilshire Boulevard, we're all just gonna like read the furry convention shootout scene first.
If they were smart, somebody would copyright Wilshire Boulevard and sell it as their own thing. But like, I don't know. The meme, just on the meme alone, it'll sell.
Yeah.
I think so. Well, bother Godwinson. Supposedly he has it. So bother him.
I thought he
for it.
lost that one.
Yeah, I
lost
know,
the
but
file.
he
lost
he'll
it,
loses
yeah.
it and finds it again just to torture me every year.
Did Kraut get a copy of it? I thought Kraut had
The
a copy.
three people who got a copy were Rackets, JF, and Godwinson that I know of. Those are the
That's-
three.
That's so bizarre that Ricada would get it because he barely only.
Ricada, yeah,
interacted
Ricada got
with
one.
that side of Knoxville.
Well, Coach knew in Knoxville that Ricada was on his way up, so he definitely was rubbing elbows with Ricada during that time.
Yeah.
You think it's true that Lady Rackets was sitting on Coach's lap and he was going, "Yeah"?
Well, supposedly, Lady Rackets was on everybody's lap that night. So
You know, if he was still alive, he'd be spending his time in that debaucherous house with April. He'd be filling in the role as
Ricada would join him.
yeah,
We wouldn't have this whole Aaron Imholt situation. If
pregnant
Coach was still
women
alive.
are damaged goods. Yeah, no, he wouldn't fuck. She's damaged goods, bro.
Mhm.
No pregnant,
You know.
no women who have ever been pregnant. You get them pregnant and then you leave them because they're damaged goods after that.
That's very good advice. I think I need to start doing that.
That was Coach's advice. That's why he said he had multiple illegitimates all over the globe.
You know what?
He was a
I need to
modern
be one of those
Genghis Khan.
truckers that has kids in every state. I need to step my game up. I need to honor Coach's memory and just impregnate random fight women.
Probably what he's doing now is he's probably like in the open steppes of Mongolia, spreading his seed.
All right, let me
And
do
then,
a
like,
time
putting
check
this
here.
in all
Okay,
over
so
the-
we're at a quarter after midnight. Let's give it a wrap in 5. What are your final thoughts on whatever's been happening today on the news alerts? If you've caught the Godwinson, give me your live alerts. What do you want to see us cover, and what are your thoughts on what we have covered in these last few days?
Has Josh covered this yet? Because I think it would be good.
I have
to wait
no
to
idea. I've
see-
never watched
Yeah,
Josh content.
Josh waved it away with one sentence saying he can't say nothing about it because a pedophile was using Kiwi farms.
Yeah. Yes. Pedophiles that use my site all the time. I don't see a problem with
Because I
this.
mean, it's like this is very
I've
surreptitious.
taken a
with
lot
that
of
one guy.
pedophiles' money, and if
He's
I had
just saying-
to,
The timing is very serendipitous with the
yeah.
one
Well, there
guy
have
who
been
got
so
outed.
many pedophiles in the last few weeks. It's been crazy. How
All
many have
connected
there
to that.
been? 4, 3, 4 of them.
I know there was like the one big one. Everybody knows the big one.
Yeah. The one that
It
was
was-
the one that was a reporter for Kiwi Farms. He was a registered
Mhm.
sex offender. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my final thought. Just hold Josh's feet to the fire. That would be a good stream.
Yeah, I don't like.
So
it.
you want
That-
Josh
I-
content? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'd be good. I really think like he gets away with a lot more than people think.
Dude, the guy doesn't
Well,
exercise.
It would be nice to see Asa back for a little bit, but I don't know what he can contribute besides a catchy tune.
Well, we need Ace's golden voice for something. We need some songs.
Yeah.
We can always pull Asa
Viva
back.
Las Vegas, but like a Keto Casino.
I've been inspired. I've been trying to write a Brian song.
I've been trying like my best to like
just-
come up with like a
just put it
pun
into
name for,
AI,
like,
bro.
like, the Diddy Casino.
I'm not
or
doing no
something,
AI.
but
I'm gonna
just
sing
do
it. It's got to be a masterpiece. But I got to come up with the right
Get
lyrics.
AI to do the music, and then you can sing your soul out, and you can come out dressed like Paula Abdul or some shit.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna happen. I haven't decided exactly. I've been working on it for like weeks. This idea of what to do. It's got to be epic. It's got to be about like Brian's whole life.
What genre?
Oh, it's gonna be like it's got to be a James Bond tune.
It's got to be like the Iliad.
It's gonna be like a James Bond tune. It's gonna
You've
be
got to
all
make
about
like
Brian.
the Beowulf of the sector.
The man with the golden outlines. You know, I got to come up with something good.
Moonraker. Alright. Alright then, dudes. Have a good one. Thanks for having me on. Bye-bye.
See ya, man.
Later.
Don't do. See, he was kidding, Brian. None of that was real. Okay. Any final words before
When are
we
you gonna-
wrap up?
When are you gonna apologize to Brian?
Never. I'm not apologizing to Brian. Brian needs to apologize to me. Okay. The reality is that Brian was as mentally ill as Brian is and as backstabby as he is. We still treated Brian very well. Well, I mean, I was really very nice to Brian all the time. I was actually friends with Brian and treated him like a human being. Unlike these trannies who he goes into Discord and they shit all over him and he kisses their ass. We actually treated Brian, we knew Brian for years and years and treated Brian nice. So he needs
Where
to
even
apologize
is
to
Matt
me.
Dog now? It's like Matt Dog's completely gone.
Well, all of these trannies disappear. I'm
Exactly.
being of course.
Well, I wonder how that happens. How they just disappear like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it comes, they all come and go.
Yeah, no, I think the topics that have been funny is like the Kino Casino pedophile shit. I've been laughing my ass off about that. It's some funny
But
shit.
it's, yeah, I mean, we can't do it much more. I mean,
No, I know,
you
it's-
know what I
like,
mean? I think it's right.
maybe they'll find out a little bit more, but I understand that. But yeah, I mean, maybe talk about Josh and his embarrassing takes.
Yeah,
on
because I
everything.
mean,
Like
yeah,
that,
it
it was
was-
like the dude was like, okay, I don't want to exercise because I don't like it, and it's like, well, I understand that, but like you're getting. To
Oh,
the
yeah,
point
I
where,
saw
like,
that.
you're irreversibly fat. You know, like
Yes.
you need to get on that before it becomes.
Don't tell
like,
me to lose weight. I don't want to. I want to eat what I want.
yeah, it
people
wouldn't
in
hurt.
his forum are just like trying to give him like friendly advice. They're not even saying like you should do this. They're just like, look, man, like I lost a bunch of weight and I feel a lot better. Everything's better. And he's like, you don't know who you're talking to. I've tried it before. It doesn't work. Like, it's just like, I don't understand why that guy can't just take good advice.
Well, because
Yeah.
he has fetal alcohol syndrome and he's retarded.
It would not.
He's
It would
retarded
not
white
hurt
trash
to
with
have
fetal
attention to
alcoholism.
Josh while you wait
That's
to get
why.
the next shot.
Like, it
Or
would have
wait
been
for him to come back.
it would have been better for him to just like lie and be like, yeah, you know, I probably should hit the gym, but I've been so busy or something. Just lie and be like, agree that, yeah,
Well,
fitness
you're
is a
trying
good
to
thing.
put logic to a guy who is literally insane. Josh
Yeah.
is insane. He's probably
Josh
one
is-
of the most insane people. He's
His
way
block-
more insane than
block
anybody
line.
else. This is a
The
guy.
Blockland posts, like he's the
Yeah.
biggest cow on the farms.
This is a guy in
Mhm.
high school and college was writing manifestos on how he wanted to be a mass shooter, wanted to rape and mutilate women, who wanted to
Yeah.
burn down his own house and kill his own mother. I mean, he is nuts. He's absolutely fucking nuts. And people listen to that voice and stuff and they think he's normal and they don't realize he didn't make the Kiwi farms. He bought it with the money that he stole from his programming project, Infinity Next. He bought the site so he could troll shield himself and blackmail people
Yeah.
into not talking about him.
Yeah, his-
That's Josh's whole life.
I think he has like he's very good at like coming across as like being a nice guy.
Harmless, yeah.
I think his voice is like very disarming. Like it's just, oh, I wouldn't do anything.
There's-
But, like,
yeah,
really, he's evil.
I'm just a
fucking
poor
piece of
guy
shit.
who's really lonely. But he's just an evil piece
No.
of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph, I have to ask you the tough question on this, though. Is this like a recent position you've held, or is this like something you've always held ever since you've been posting on the farms?
Josh? Well, you could
Yeah.
literally see I posted stuff like this on the farms.
Oh.
Now, there were some times where we tried to see Josh was a big pain in the ass. So if you wanted, first of all, back then it was a totally different times. When you're talking about 4 years ago on the farms, 5 years ago, that's how long it's go. That's how long it's been since I posted on the farm, like 4 or 5 years. Okay. Back then, you'd make a post. It was supposed to be informative. You're supposed to provide some information. You archive this stuff and you take screenshots and you put it in the post and you say, this is what happened today. And you post screenshots and some information about what happened and maybe a link that's archived or something like that. You know, a tweet needs to be archived. Now it is blogs. Blogs about how they want to kill Ralph. Blogs about how they want to kill Ricada and how much better they are than Ricada.
I was going to say, it's basically just like blog posting.
There's
now. It's
no
just to say,
screen
I agree with
caps.
this, I agree with that.
Yeah, there's no anything. It's just blog posts from insane trannies.
It's not even worth it
So-
to just like skim through the highlights
Yeah.
or anything anymore.
It's not even recognizable to me what it is anymore. And Josh, you know, is just, he doesn't care about anything. He just does it for attention.
Well,
So
I think-
if
I
it's
think-
getting
I
him
think they're
attention,
saying-
he's happy.
I mean, it's like obvious. It's obvious there's favoritism too. I mean, there's like
Yeah.
the gun
Oh,
sub
yeah.
forum and all this shit. It's like there's a Ricada sub forum. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, the
Things that
fucked up
Josh
thing
is
is it's all hidden. So there is, I didn't realize this for many years, okay? But after somebody had gifted me like the premium Kiwi Farms thing, because if you remember, I was like a popular poster. Everybody liked to read my posts. I'm not bragging, it's just reality. Everybody liked to read my posts back then. And I used to do big blurbs that were like informative of what would happen. And it wasn't like, oh, Ralph should die and all this bullshit. It was just like, this is what happened today. And I'd make it funny and I'd do screenshots and stuff. And Squire was like the king of that. Squire was even better than me at doing that. Squire was like the king of that, of doing like a big effort post that was funny and interesting to read. And that was what it was supposed to be about. It's just like, oh, there's these weirdos and, you know, trying to spit it in an interesting way where people want to read about it. Now it's just like people want to just talk about wanting to kill Ralph and how they're trannies. But
yes, it's like, it's just blog posts. Like, I want to kill Ralph. I want to kill Ralph too. And it's like, even
yeah.
when there
Ralph
are
needs to
blog
die of a
posts,
drug overdose. Yeah, I pray every day Ralph needs to die of a drug overdose.
when there
Yeah.
are blog posts too, it's just all like ESL gibberish, or it's like Sprite header, where it's just like, just incomprehensible tapestry.
Just incomprehensible.
It's like, or it's like 75% Brian.
It takes itself way too seriously,
On his
like
own
Kiwi
bread.
Farms is an actual thing, you know. It's not a thing, it's just to make people, it was supposed to be just to make people laugh.
The thing
But
is, though,
Josh
is that
got
it's like Kiwi
full
Farm-
control over it.
It's like, why even jump through all the hoops to access it anymore when there's like, you could literally, basically all this stuff is on Twitter now. You can like find all the information you
Well,
want.
everybody,
that
what
you can
people
find on
don't
Kiwi
know
Farm
is the
If you just-
reason.
if you just do like keyword searches and stuff like that, if you look in the
Yeah.
right places.
Well, what people don't know about the farms is the farms used to be a lot more users, and everybody hated Josh. But all of those people were purged over the last few years. Josh just goes through and just mass bans people. Now, he was doing that even when I was on the site. Like, most infamously, in Dax's thread, people were saying that Dax's house wasn't a mansion.
Yeah.
Dick Masterson's house wasn't a mansion. And he just
He'd like to
banned
live
like
in that
50
house.
people. Just went in there and started banning people.
It's gotten
But-
more egregious though.
But
Like,
now he just does that on a regular basis now,
yeah,
where if you don't kiss his ass,
criticize him, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he'll just ban you. He'll just mass bans.
Yeah,
He
if you
literally
disagree-
cleared out the entire DSP subforums because they called him a beggar. He just, all of them, like all of the legacy users, they had been on that site forever, all banned. Mods, everybody. Just threw them out.
I'm really interested to see if people are ever going to give a refund for that body cam footage.
Nah, I mean that's
No, it's not.
It's just like his lawyer.
They might get it because his motion was denied, but I can't imagine them releasing it until after the trial, but they might.
No, it's just like his lawyer fundraising scheme. Like that, where did that money go? Like
He's-
Oh,
in his pocket,
it didn't
right?
go.
It's funny.
You know
too,
that
because
lawyer
he's-
lives in an RV, right?
He's
The
who,
lawyer
Scortis?
left his family and lives in an RV. I mean, what kind of
Well,
lawyer?
He was supposed to sue that company for like whatever libel or definition.
How is
or
he?
wha-
How is he losing to the cripple guy?
He's losing to Greer. Yeah, he's gonna lose that
Yeah,
case. It looks
Now
like.
he's paralyzed. How the
He's
fuck did he
losing to
lose?
Greer because here's
Super
Josh's
tiger.
defense. I'll tell you why he's going to lose the case. Josh's defense is he is not acting as a personal in a personal capacity. His website hosts the material. He's not a publisher, except that Brian wrote Greer's thread, released all of Greer's personal information, and was not acting in any kind of capacity as the owner of the site. He was acting as a user.
I didn't know this. I didn't know. Wait, Brian was the OP?
No, Josh was. Did
Oh,
I say
you said
Brian?
Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not Brian. Brian's on the
Yes,
mind.
Yeah, you are right. Brian,
Josh.
Brian was right. Brian was right. You are
Brian's
right.
written a lot of OPs on the farms, even though Brian will tell you that all Kiwi farmers should be killed and they're horrible people. Brian
It's
is
just
probably
funny.
one of the most
Because-
prolific thread writers in the site's history.
I think he uses the farms though for the same reason he gets into like
Another
these,
Brian W.
these Discord calls. Those just because like every time he's in the thread, he just tells people to like fuck off or kill themselves.
Kill yourself, you piece of shit stalker!
Which I mean, that's kind of base.
I don't understand. I hate this site. That's why I come back and post on it every week.
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
Well, I was thinking whenever I think of the farms, I think of Brian, and his thread is the best thread because if you look at Brian's thread, you will see that half of the posts in Brian's thread are Brian himself fighting with himself on sock accounts. I mean, it's real Looney Tunes. It's some real Looney Tunes shit. So,
But yeah, there's a lot of content in that sphere if you tap into it. Right?
so you
Like, I mean,
want so people want Josh coverage? Well, I could do that
At least-
myself.
I
Josh
think
Flash
I think the
Farm
smart
shit.
thing to do is just cover Josh in the meantime, and then wait for the casino to respond.
Well,
because,
they're
I mean,
not
it's
gonna
just a
come
harping on
back.
the pedo. You really think that?
They're not coming back I'd be surprised if they have to be out of money, but I don't think they're coming back anytime soon. I think they really are hiding in a bug. Oop. I think they're hiding in a bunker. Excuse me.
Well, maybe
Who's
they
drinking soda?
got into a fight or something. Like that could be a thing too. Is like maybe they're arguing over some shit. Like I don't know.
I don't know. It could be anything, honestly. I think they
Well,
did
they
not
both have
expect.
terrible habits. So they're just
Anytime
going to
they get
argue.
any pushback, they hide and go on vacation.
What if,
Well,
what
they
if
did the
move
gym.
back in?
They learned from Jim, right?
Yeah,
if they
I mean
move
that's
back
the
in with
gym.
each other?
Anytime there's any controversy or pushback, he's dying. He's
And
dying.
he's
He's in
blaming on-
hospice. He's not coming back for.
Well, if you look
Blame it
at
on Ralph.
PPP's
Yeah,
Twitter,
it's
though,
Frost's fault.
he's just like retweeting COG clips and stuff. It's like the lowest of the low.
Because
That's what he's
wasn't
doing
that
now.
last pedophile that was exposed on the Kiwi farms a major, like sweetie squatter too? He had like
Yeah,
a
I mean,
Medicare
they
hat
all
on.
are.
And he's like, well, Ralph's wife was a pedophile.
I'm so pissed off that Josh backed down after he like, what did he say?
Josh
in,
is
like,
not.
the
All
fights?
of his mods, especially that trombonista, like writes about. Oh, so this is what I was going to talk about. I got derailed. So
was gonna
I
ask about
got
the-
the pay pig status on the farms gifted to me. So if you get that gifted to you, there is a whole hidden subforum that they're doxing all the users that they don't like. And there's like a little fucking cabal in there that is just going nuts. And all of this stuff is hidden, and Josh doesn't want anybody to see it. But there's some messed up stuff, and all his mods are... You read anything, and you will see all of his mods are so mentally ill. That Trombonista is, like, into the lolicon stuff, and she talks about it. Talks about being a little and stuff. Uses all of that stuff. So he got intimidated by his mods not to talk about the VTuber stuff.
Well, he also keeps, like, he'll keep his mods if they work, because they work for free, right? And it's hard to find a mod that'll do the job. So even if the mods fuck up and they do things,
he doesn't care as long as they're loyal to Josh.
Yeah. I mean, there were circumstances where he removed like a mod before, but like that autistic right was doing like gay ops, and he was in the chud.
No, he never removed autistic right is still a mod
they didn't
today.
remove him. They didn't remove him. They removed another guy. Like it was like LD50 or something like that.
Yeah,
that guy got removed because he was like fucking with a user and banned them for no reason. I don't know. And but so that was only one case, but like his mods do other shit, like they'll like the DSP mods, right? Like they would run their forum the way that they run it. But it was their rules, and it wasn't like the rules of the website. But he just let it go because he just doesn't want to deal with it and doesn't want to find other mods.
Well, the DSP mods, that's complicated. There was a whole different culture with the DSP mods. I personally like Kat's sister. I mean, there should be no reason why they're hosting nude pictures of DSP's sister-in-law. Like, there's no reason for them to host something like that, besides the fact that Josh, you know, is desperate for anybody to view his site. So if they're going to his site for revenge porn, he doesn't care. Like, he refused to take down the 8-0 nudes, even though it has nothing to do with Ralph, and it has nothing to do with anybody.
Yeah, he remember when the Shuan head leaks happened, how happy he was? He's like, oh, look at how many people came to the website. Like, so he is chasing numbers for sure.
Oh, yeah. He's just chasing numbers.
That's like first and foremost, and then second is like rules and whatever, and then like the most important rule for him is like he's the boss, he's gonna run it, and you gotta kiss his ring, right? Like that's the most important rule. It's that or don't even interact, but like he'll go into threads and start like dictating shit.
I wasn't expecting you guys to say this. Nobody ever seems to care about Josh, so you guys are saying, well, maybe I'll plan something for Josh.
I mean, it's like, yeah.
Maybe I'll plan
something. People are like afraid of the farms, but they really shouldn't. It's because like they get no respect.
Well, I understand what the farms is because I used to post on there. I understand exactly what it is. I you know, people say I'm angry at I'm not angry. It's just the whole thing is not. I'm angry that it's not readable. It's like you want to promote your site, but the site's not readable. There's nothing on it that's of any value anymore.
Josh is like undoubtedly the biggest cow on that site.
Yeah, and I blame Josh. I don't even blame the users really. I blame Josh for all the problems on that site.
Well, he's the person who drives like the direction of where the website goes in a lot of cases, in the most popular threads, right? So
it's been said before that like the farms as a concept is a good idea, but the way Josh runs it is just. Well,
you can't keep it as a reservoir for pornography that people don't want on the internet. I mean, that's just insane. That's number one.
Well, I think Josh's problem is that he wants to be like famous or infamous, right?
Yes.
He wants to have a show. He wants his voice to be heard, right? When really the reality is he should be like a faceless person who's like not like that at all. Like he doesn't comment on things. He just runs the website. Then I think like these trannies, they wouldn't be after him. I don't think they would care as much. But
I think I heard you say, go on.
But when you hear him on stream going after them, it's like more personal. So he's just like drawing heat to the website, right?
Yeah,
and maybe
but he doesn't have anything against tranny. All of his mods are trannies, bro. Like his main mod, Crunklord, is a literal tranny. The tranny. Yeah. It's a dude in a dress.
Like, how long does the farms actually have to last?
An initial revolt when Josh started screaming.
Yeah, there was but he purged all those people.
Yeah.
He just purges them. He just
Yeah, I mean,
purges
he
them
has-
every time.
He can control like the temperature, so if like people are starting to like criticize him, he'll just do a ban wave, and then it's like, oh, that criticism like died down because he still has his like core fans that'll dick ride him and defend him.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to attack him on his turf. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the whole point. That's why he bought the site to begin with.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of the whole thing.
Yeah. It's
Now,
his
what is-
playhouse, right?
Yeah, it's
What
his
is- what
playhouse.
is- What is Godwinson's axe to grind with Josh?
There really is none, I don't think.
Just does it.
There's not really even an axe for me to really grind with Josh, except that I think he's so power hungry. He is just, it's not good for anybody that it continues the way it's continuing. In my opinion, it's just like, why I can't support that site existing when it really serves no purpose except for Josh to grift. I mean, that's the purpose of that site, for Josh to blackmail people and grift.
And how long do you think it has to last?
I think Josh, I don't think it's going to last too much longer, only in that, Josh, here's the problem. Josh refuses to let the site go, but that's going to be the ultimate downfall of the site. Because eventually he's not going to be able to hold on to it anymore, and he's not going to let anybody else have it. So that's where things are going to be, that's where the trouble is going to happen. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to happen.
Well, I think the only way that
But-
it could really go down is like if there's like a federal case against him that shuts it down, because like he's getting his money through crypto, like that's how it works, right? Otherwise he would have been shut down a long time ago because he can't
Yeah.
make any money. So it's crypto that's funding the website. If his crypto currency devalues or goes away some way or another, his website does.
Yeah. Well, if he loses the Greer case, he's fucked.
Yeah, that might be like a thing.
Yeah,
that
because
might
then
shoot him
all
down.
of the lawsuits are going to follow similar patterns to the Greer case. And then he's going to be fucked. Everybody's going to copy his legal strategy, which is just to get Josh on copyright. And he's obviously breaking copyright. I mean, he's breaking copyright on so much shit, it's insane. So
And how
they're
much-
going to
how
get
much
him on
money
that. And that's
Yeah, and how much money can he fundraise after he just like milked everyone? Like
he's not going to be able to keep it going on fundraise money.
like he might be able to shoot out another one and raise another like $100,000, but I mean like people are gonna be like, what the fuck? We're
Well,
just throwing
because
money into a
but
pit."
the reality is Josh has been living off of the money he's been saying he's been putting into that site.
100%.
And he's not going to be able to, he's just not going to be able to maintain it. That's all it is. What is DSP doing? He's spending $12.99 on coins. This guy is dropping so much cash.
It's such. He should just play his main.
Oh
account.
my God, is he going to spend $174? What is he doing?
Enough, but now we don't have enough. I fooled myself.
I fooled myself. Oh my God.
Also, do you see how tedious this is?
How much money
I
has he
have to sit
spent
here
so
clicking
far? I haven't
endlessly
been
to
watching
use
that.
the-
I've been watching the
in,
actual
like, a
stream.
group. Like, let's say I wanted to get all 20 of these right now. You can't do
He
that.
spent at least 100. I saw him pull
It's super annoying.
a pack,
DSP.
100
At the very
pack.
least, that we got
DSP
we got
makes
one
like
Ninja
great
Turtle out of it. We
background
got
noise. I can
Confrontations.
understand why you
So
should
we
be
didn't go
watching
out
this guy for
empty-handed
so
out of
long.
this event. That's always good. It sucks that this month, because we're not a high enough league, we didn't really get a good league rewards. Because if we had, we probably would have earned another one of the new bloodline. I'm gonna play this probably Saturday night, and this will be the last time that we're doing it
on his main
for this
account.
monthly event. This is the last new bloodline.
I don't know what. I don't even know what he's spending. If
going
he's
on
spending
next, so maybe
actual
we'll-
cash or crypt or some kind of alternate currency in the game. This game just seems to exist for you to spend money.
Here's another thing. Maybe when the casino comes back, they just turn up in like a straight up gaming stream, or they just stream with Phil.
I mean, isn't that the irony?
What?
Isn't that the irony? Like, he gets all the money. He's a whale himself, but he attracts whales as well.
Yeah. Well, he does. He attracts whales himself with incredible acumen. He attracts every whale in the surrounding area. I mean, look at how he's raped the casino pay pigs.
Yeah. He's stared into the
Hundreds,
abyss.
thousands. I swear to God, he's made 40 grand in the last 6 to 7 weeks.
Do you
made
think that all
probably
the
40 grand.
all the casino pay pigs he stole are like upstanding members of society, and the ones that stuck with the casino are just like
That'd be, I don't know about
drugs?
that. I don't know about that. But
Was the psycho guy the guy who got doxxed? Was that the guy who looked like CRP when they did that cooking stream with Andy?
no. I
'Cause
don't know
thought they
who
called
that
him
guy
Psy-
was.
I thought they called him Psycho on that. I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe they were trying to throw it off. Who knows?
That's such a bizarre
Croc
thing.
and young CRP looked like they wanted to get the fuck out of there.
It was Croc and young CRP, the guy who looked fucking depressed.
They
He
looked
brought a
like they
zebra
wanted to
cake
get
ice
the
cream.
fuck out of there.
He brought a zebra cake ice cream in like a vacuum sealed container. He brought that across the Canadian border
Yeah.
from wherever he came.
Psycho Gun Gear was an old Ralph Pay Pig. He's the
Really?
really skinny, tall one. He's really skinny,
Oh.
greasy, and tall.
when yeah, well, of course when Tardsky and broke up with Ralph, of course Andy like took a portion of that away.
Jew, by the way. All right, I gotta wrap this up now. It's getting late, boys. It's
Okay,
almost
first.
1 a.m. So I'm wrapping
Thanks.
this up. I'll give you final words. Cryptos, final word. Let's go down the list. Final word for the audience.
Yeah, I got some final words. When you brought up the trying to make a Brian song, I know you already used Prince as like as
Yes.
a cover, but like I think like you know how like
Well, there's a
his
lot of
songs, like,
Prince
they-
songs.
Yeah, I know, like they go on forever. So like I think like the Brian saga could possibly be you can make a cover of Little Red Beret or whatever it's called.
Raspberry
But-
Beret.
Yeah, Raspberry.
Beret.
But you call it like Pipe Bombs to My Domain.
Dun-dun-dun, for the very first time.
Yeah,
It's a great
you know
song.
because like
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Pipe
You can, like,
Bomb
shoot one
Parade.
bunch of stuff.
You want it to be Pipe Bomb Parade?
no, it's Pipe Bombs to My Domain.
Pipe Bombs. Okay, I'll think of that idea. Thank you, sir. I'll think
Yep,
about
see
that
ya.
one. Pipe Bomb Parade.
Yeah, great. Okay, see ya.
Domain. Pipe Bomb Domain. I don't know. We'll see.
Whatever.
make that
Yeah, bye.
Thank you, caller. Puffy Nipples. What is it? Final word from you.
Thanks for the stream. It was fun talking. If you ever need anyone to talk about Kiwi Farms, I got a lot of information, particularly from around 2020 to 2023.
Okay.
Is when I was active on the website, and I was chit chatty with Josh. But yeah, I just he started.
You were
to get
chit chatty with Josh?
Yeah.
He didn't threaten you? Like, my first interaction with Josh was like him threatening me.
No, I got on his good side, but like he started getting annoying. Like I had to like kiss his ass, and I wasn't. And then he had his little followers attack me and shit like that, and I was just like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
this is getting
pretty.
gay.
That's pretty typical. He'll literally start posting on your profile and telling them to attack you. I know.
Yeah, like he'll be in like the general chat, and he'll just like
Oh,
talk
the
shit
general
about-
chat. If you're in the general chat with Josh and you don't kiss his ass, he'll just ban your ass right off the site.
Yeah, it's just
That's typical
you know,
behavior.
He'll basically like what he'll do is like he'll essentially flag you by like disrespecting you in front of people, and then they'll all jump in, and I just told them that they're all a bunch of fags, and I never went back because it's not even because he disrespected me. It's just it was getting gay already. There's gay ops on the website, and people.
Well,
were
that's
just,
what you learn when you're a user on there, is that there's a lot of trannies plotting in like these DM groups, and Josh full well he knows about it and is actively reading it while they're doing it. It's bizarre. It's bizarre what's going on that site.
Yeah,
It took-
he orchestrates like a lot of drama on the website, but he
Yes.
acts as if like he doesn't have anything to do with it, and he's
Yeah, he doesn't know what's
Oblivious
going
to
on.
it.
He's not reading anything. He doesn't know what's happening. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But yeah,
I'm aware
So
of
I
that.
mean, but
Where
yeah,
he's
keep
actively
training.
telling these trannies to do exactly what they're doing, and then when they get caught, he goes, "I don't even know I'm gonna ban them, piece of
Yeah.
shit." Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then they come back with socks anyways.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, no, keep streaming. It's been good. You and Godwinson should fucking definitely do a comeback show to counteract like the Kino Casino and all that shit. Because that
Well,
shit's
we're
getting stale.
experimenting. That's why we're experimenting with some different stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and keep quitting smoking. I quit. It's been a year and a half for me, and
Oh, good for you.
it's the first 3 weeks are tough. Like Surfer was saying the other day. He's
It's been
absolutely
brutal.
correct.
It's
But
been brutal.
after that, like you'll get over it, and then it'll become easier. But then every like once in a while, you'll have fucked up dreams too, man. You'll be.
Oh, I did. Trust
sleeping,
me, I know. It's already.
You'll wake up and you'll think that you were smoking in your dream, but it was real life. You'll get like shit like that. that'll
Oh,
happen.
interesting.
Yeah, so you'll think that you failed quitting smoking, but then you wake up and you're like, there's no way I fucking smoke. I put my lighters, in the garbage.
Right. Huh.
So,
Interesting.
but yeah, you'll get shit like that. But like after, I would say 6 months, it's like easy street. Like you're done. After 6 months, you fully, I would say you quit.
Okay.
3 months, you're pretty good.
It's pretty. I basically now in control. It's been about a week and a half, and now I finally feel
That's
like I'm in
good.
control.
Yeah, a week and a half is like a really good start. Just keep it up.
Yeah.
Get to the month mark, and then just really like you'll feel a lot better. And you'll wake up and you won't have like fucking phlegm, and you won't be coughing. I don't cough at all now. I used to cough all the fucking time.
Well,
I
that's
used to
what I
have-
noticed. I couldn't breathe for like the first few days when I started smoking. Like you're coughing and you can't breathe.
And then once you quit smoking, you'll start thinking of like, hey, going to the gym sounds like a fun idea. And you'll do it because like now you don't have that like inhibiting you.
Well, I was always actually when I started smoking, I was a weirdo. When I started smoking, I lost a ton of weight and I became super active. So it's gonna be hard to. I don't know. Smoking was really good for me in a lot of ways, so it was hard to give up. But I gotta give it up. I said I was 2 years was the max. When I started, I said 2 years is the max that I could let this go on, and I hit it.
It's not
A few
gonna
weeks
help
ago.
you out. Trust me, and it'll save you money, and it'll save you.
It's gonna
probably
save me a lot of money because I was spending a lot of money on cigarettes.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, man. Have a good night, man.
All right, Ben. Thank you for the encouragement. Very kind words. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, Mort, you're our final caller. What are your final words?
I think it's good to see you start streaming again. I think the casino should start streaming as soon as possible, just to keep the back and forth going, because, I mean, otherwise it's just really one-sided. Basically all I got to say.
Yes, I realize
It's just
that
good-
the
it's just
sector
good
has
for
basically
content,
been
but-
leveled by Phil. Now there's nothing left. Except there's
Yeah.
Ralph and me. Well, us. Godwinson and I and Ralph. That's the final bastions left of the sector. And we got to step up a little bit and kind of put out some content and get people excited to watch some stuff. And it's difficult because it's like ruins. You know what I mean? There's not a
Yeah, it
lot
only
to
took
work
like
with
1
at this
week
point.
of Phil, and he just nuked it all.
Turns out the casino was a really bad idea. It destroyed everything. It just raped the entire sector by covering the same thing over and over and over again. It made it all meaningless. So, and now they're just so hungry that they went to Phil and they let the fox in the hen house, and now it's all over for them. They didn't heed my advice. So.
Yeah, I don't even think Rich has like paid attention to any of this. I don't think he's like done a victory lap at all.
No, I think Rich is just relieved to get all of them off his back. I think Rich is just relieved.
Because I mean, I've seen him retweeting the clip of.
He doesn't have people calling him pedophiles anymore that he has to explain to his ex-wife.
Yeah.
You know. Poor Rich. I do actually feel bad. Even though Rich is like a complete piece of shit, I do feel really bad for him. He's never done stuff like that. He never deserved something like that. where, you know, somebody's calling him literal pedo. And he's got a daughter, you know. That's fucked up.
They haven't even done that with Ralph. Like, really. They've done it with Pansy, but they've never done it to Ralph himself.
Well, they have done it with Ralph, but it's not really all that effective with Ralph.
Yeah, at least not in a way that's concrete. Like, they never said, "Oh, Ralph has like a Dropbox or something like that." But you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. It was really low and nasty thing to do, and they've done that to everybody. They said these things about Asa, about Brian, about me, about Adam, about all of us, you know. So you are mentally ill, Perspex. Well, I know that, buddy, but I'm not mentally ill on this one. So, all right. Thank you, caller. I appreciate you guys calling in. We were able to vamp out. I thought this was going to be difficult, but it was easy. Talking to all these people made it much easier. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, well, it's a lot easier when it's not like a bunch of like ESL people amping up Ralph.
Yeah, well, they were fun though. If you notice, I kept them there. I just, with Ralph, I never know if he's leaning into it or he's not leaning into it, but he got so fucked up he forgot that he was leaning into it. It was like bizarre with him.
Yeah, his heelness is very much accentuated whenever he's fucked up.
Yeah, he just got angry. He did too much. And then he was just angry. So, but I thought it was still a good stream. So, I don't care. It was a fucked up stream. I'm not particularly proud of it, but I think it was an entertaining stream, so.
It's like it's outsider art. It's very David Lynchy, and it's kind of like the Red Room.
That's what I feel. So. All right, thank you, caller. I'm gonna wrap it up.
All right, juice. Okay,
people. I'll respond very quickly to chat because the chat has been like flying by. I see thousands and thousands of emotes of cigarettes. Smoke per sip, smoke. You know you want that cigarette. You know, okay. Stop being mean to Josh. Fuck Josh. What's your axe to grind with Willie McDuff? I have no axe to grind with Willie McDuff. That was Surfer. Perspicacity is not entertaining deuces. Somebody left because they were angry I was talking shit about Josh. DSP busy pulling Hogan's. CRP is still alive. He's in Thailand. Psycho is a fucking weirdo. He's also a Jew. Squire says he's beezing out. Bribery, please fire up a stream. I hope Brian fires up a stream too. We wait patiently in the shadows for King of Pole to return. Josh is a treasure to the white race. That's a fucking cope if I've ever seen one. You have to make Smoke Spick's chief of staff. Smoke Spick, come back. I love you, Smoke Spick. I miss Brian too, Galdi. You are mentally ill, Yes, I know already. I tell you that every stream. When KC returns, they will spend 5 hours on Ralph Perspic's stream and 0.001 hours on their pedo pape. I think, honestly, when they come back, they're going to want to cover the Ralph Perspic stream. I've given them so much content over the years. So much content. When I had the breakup with Ralph, they probably covered that for, I don't even know, 20 hours? That got like 20 hours of coverage. Paul Mall. We have Paul Mall here. Josh has been notified of this. PPP accused Josh of bring a pedo and then completely backed down when they became friendly. Okay. All right, boys and girls. Well, DSP is done. I plan to go to the end. We just had DSP as kind of a backdrop in the background playing WWE Champions for this stream. There wasn't a lot of DSP coverage. I think you guys prefer it that way. I will consider what the caller said. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the chat. I see you, Colonel J. I'll figure out how to do that, I guess. And thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. Come again next time. I'm sure we'll be doing some streams tomorrow. We're going to be trying to pump out streams. So, juice!